highlights from round number 2 of the high school football playoffs on KCTN FM 100. Double wing set. Powell goes in motion. They operate from the left hash mark. Decker to throw the football. Rolling out to the right. Throws it middle of the field. It's caught there by Decker at the 35-yard line. And he's rolling ahead to the 40-yard line. They push the pile and Decker squirts out of there. He's inside Wolverine territory and Decker's going to take it to the house. Down the near sideline and gone. 76 yards, there is no flag, and MFL MarMac gets a great start here on the first play. They lead 6-0 as Decker breaks free. So on first down, 10 yards to go, Driscoll with him under center. They run it with Powell, goes around left side, not much, but he busts to the right side, and here's Powell in the open as he brings it right side to the 40, 30, 20, 10, gone, touchdown, got it. 2 plays and 2 touchdowns. And MFL MarMac leads 14-0 on a 56-yard run by Powell. First down, 15 yards to go. They reset. They'll keep the same play. And to throw the football is Driscoll. Looking down the seam, he's got Powell, but Powell goes up, catches it, and Powell's going to be gone. Hall went for the interception. It came up empty. Powell brings it down to the 20. 10, goes in for the score. Touchdown. Got it. It is an 85-yard pass play. Driscoll to Powell down the right seam. And the big plays continue. 20-0 Bulldogs. Receiver split left and right. Bixby here, toss play left side to Walston. Trying to get around the corner to the 10-yard line. He does. He's down to the 5-yard line. Tucks inside the left pylon. Touchdown. Got it. A 12-yard touchdown run. And in 3 plays, Dyke New Hartford marches right down the field and right back in it at 21-6. Meanwhile, second down, 6 yards to go. Driscoll runs the option, brings it left side. Driscoll's got first down. He's inside the 40. Here's Driscoll's speed. 30, 20, 10, gone. Touchdown. Got it. So the option to the left, and Zach Driscoll goes 50 yards for the score. His first rushing touchdown of the season. And the first big play of the second half goes to the Bulldogs.
And there's another wrinkle.
They lead 27-6. For MFL MarMac, the 4th year in a row, this team going to the quarterfinals. And this is what this team's been trying to do. Get to the Dome. They'll have a chance next Friday night as they head to number 1 West Branch and face the Bears. West Branch advancing tonight. MFL MarMac advancing. The quarterfinal now set. MFL MarMac defeats Dyke New Hartford by a final score of 28-6. Welcome to the quarterfinals. It's a Class 1A Top 10 showdown tonight on KCTN. MFL MarMac takes on West Branch. For the Bulldogs, the 4th year in a row, this team has been to the quarterfinals. They've been sharp in their 2 postseason games. They look to keep their run going. For the Bears, the top-ranked team in Class 1A, this team is undefeated and a tradition-rich program. They have played like one of the top teams in this class. The winner heads to the Dome for the semifinals. MFL MarMac and West Branch. Tonight's countdown to kickoff next.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. Not ready for a new ATV or UTV? TNT Power Sports has a nice selection of clean used units available. Contact Brian, Master Certified Technician, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase, or to schedule service work to keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play. Call 563-245-1100 or stop in and visit with Brian or Tracy at TNT Power Sports, north of Elkader on Highway 13 today.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to protect your dream home. And with equipment breakdown coverage, we'll also protect the things that keep your dream home running. So if you experience a sudden mechanical or electrical breakdown in your home, you're covered. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
Refer to policy for equipment breakdown covered losses, deductible limitations, and exclusions. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. And E.H. Cruz, Attorney at Law McGregor. Ellen Real Estate Company with offices in Monona, Strawberry Point, and Guttenberg. Monona Veterinary Hospital. T-Scanner Lawn Care, serving Northeast Iowa. Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And by KAR Auto Group. We begin the countdown to kickoff for our featured game. We're joined by MFL MarMac football coach Dan Anderson. Coach, your team improving to 9-1, defeated Dike New Hartford 28-6 in the round of 16. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, we got a fast start for once. Previous couple of weeks, we kind of started a little slow, and guess it was time we got a fast start. They kicked off to us in our first possession there. We threw a crossing route to Decker, and he made a nice catch about 15 yards across the middle and broke about 7 tackles and raced 76 yards for a touchdown and gave us the early, 7 or 8-0 lead, and then kicked off to them, and our defense held 3 and out. They punted to us, and then our second play from scrimmage, we handed off to Powell, and he broke a few tackles and cut back across green. I think he went about 75 yards for a touchdown. So we were up 14-0 there right away in the first quarter, and then after that, both teams kind of settled down and played great defense, and I thought our defense played really well and held a really good football team just to 6 points.
Yeah, let's talk about defensively. A number of guys stood out for you, but it really started up front.
Yeah, our defensive line did a nice job. We knew that our pad level was going to be really important if we're going to win that ball game because Dike New Hartford's well coached and they don't make a lot of mistakes. And I thought our defensive line stayed low. Deal and Hersman and Austin Schlee stayed low, and didn't make easy running lanes for Dike. And then our linebackers played great as normal. Cade and McElwain and Carver Blitz-Benteen and Powell and Allert all played really good at the linebacker spot. And then obviously in the second half, Bryce Radloff had 2 interceptions that really helped seal the deal, so that was really important.
The other thing is offensively, it was more of the passing game. You still ran the ball effectively there, but it just shows the balance you guys have on offense.
Yeah, the deeper you get in the playoffs, you're not going to have the 8 to 10 yard average runs usually. You're going to play some really good defenses, and they were keyed in to stop a couple of things. They were going to take away our fullback trap, obviously, and they're going to take away Decker on the counter, but we've got a lot of weapons, and so we were able to throw the ball, and Powell had a big night running the ball and catching the ball. So yeah, we've got quite a few weapons, and as long as we know what they're trying to stop, we usually can adjust to it and find a way to exploit that.
All right, let's talk about West Branch now. What do you know about them?
Well, we know they're 10-0. They're ranked in some polls. They're ranked 3rd. Some polls are ranked number 1. So they're a really good football team. They're balanced. They got a big running back, Andy Hansen. 6'2", 215, leads the state in touchdowns. I think he's got 29 or 30, 31 touchdowns, something like that. I'm really impressed with their offensive line. There's no weak spots. I always look to try to find if I could find one weak lineman that we can try to, game plan around, but I don't really see a weak lineman. They're all about, anywhere from 200 to 240 pounds across the offensive line, and all tough kids and move their feet well. Got a mobile quarterback, got a good arm. They've got some good receivers. They're just balanced all the way across the board. They're hard to defend, but we are too, so it should be a good ball game.
Keys in the ball game for MFL MarMac then, what do you have to do?
We just have to play with a lot of intensity. I think that's important when you get this deep in the playoffs. Everybody's good, and you got to play with some enthusiasm and some passion, and we've been doing that. Playing on the road, but I don't think the stage is too big for us because we've been here 4 years straight. So, it's just going to be a good, hard-fought game. I mean, our kids want it. We know that. I'm sure that the kids down at West Branch really want it too. You have to hang on to the football like always. You're going to have good special teams because that can be a key that can swing the game. So, we've been looking on film, watching special teams a lot, and trying to find any weaknesses we can find in their special teams that we might be able to get a big play on. So, besides that, just come out ready to play on Friday night, and hopefully our crowd travels well, and they usually do, and they can cheer us on, and we can get down to the Unidome.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, Dan.
MFL MarMac football coach Dan Anderson and his Bulldog program. Countdown to kickoff continues after this.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Green Acre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa-themed and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beers. Sode's Green Acre Gift Shop and Liquor Store joins Perk Central at 7 Goethe Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's Green Acre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Allen Roofing and Construction in Wausau Homes, your one-stop shop for all your construction needs, Elite DJ Service in Monona, the Loena Tap, home of the award-winning Philly, Chad Hoschild Logging in Farmersburg, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, and by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. We continue the countdown to kickoff for our featured game. We're joined by West Branch football coach Butch Peterson. Coach, your team improving to 10-0, a good win there in the round of 16, defeated Columbus by a final score of 27-14. Tell me about that game.
Very physical football game. I have a lot of respect for Columbus. They played extremely hard, and we did the same. And it was a very smash-mouth type football game, and we came out on top on that game.
All right, let's talk about your team. First off, let's start on the offensive side. Some of the kids that lead you offensively.
Andy Hinson is our bell cow. He runs the ball extremely well. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. Ty Hughes, a quarterback, has had a great season as well. And we have a bevy of receivers that we think can hurt our opponent. And we're pretty diversified offense. We can run it or we can throw it. So we've kind of been doing that all year long.
All right, let's talk about on the defensive side of the ball, some of the kids contributing for you.
Reese Trepanier is a very good player. Again, Hinson is a tremendous linebacker. We have some front people up front. Dingbaum, Aiden Dingbaum is one of them. Logan Wright is another one. Are very good football players. Rocha, a transfer in from West Liberty, is also really starting to come into his zone. So we have some kids that like to run to the football and like to hit when they get there.
All right, turning our attention to MFL MarMac now. What do you know about the Bulldogs?
A very, very diversified offense. They run a wing tee with multiple formations. We need to be alert. We need to get after them. We need to be physical with them. And, I'm sure they're saying the same thing with us. So it's going to be a really good football game. I feel kind of bad that the weather's going to be, sounds like it's going to be 2 to 3 inches of rain. But, I guess at that point it's the same field for both teams. And I'm very impressed with that ball club. They do a lot of really things very, very well.
All right, you mentioned being physical. What are some of the other keys that you want to see out of your team in this ball game?
I think that any time you're in a playoff game like this, field position is very vital. Turnovers, you got to make sure that you don't have a lot of turnovers, obviously, and penalties. Those 3 areas, I think, are always going to be a real key to the winner of that ball game.
All right, to this point of the season, do you like the progress that your team has made throughout this year?
Oh, absolutely. They've done a real good job. We have on our offensive line, we got basically everybody back except for one player. So we have a lot of kids are coming back, and we just have been very pleased with the coachability of this football team and how they have really worked hard to get better. And I'm very proud of them.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right, thank you very much.
West Branch football coach Butch Peterson on his Bears team. Countdown to kickoff continues after this.
Your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns Family Dealerships. We get people driving to our dealerships from many different towns, counties, even states to make Browns their hometown dealer. We have 4 convenient locations in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, and Victory Ford in Dyersville. Check us out online at 4browns.com.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Guttenberg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
At Top Gun Collision Center, we know that cars are complicated, but all they don't do is cook dinner and do your dishes. At Top Gun, we strive to keep up with all the complexities of new vehicles. We have all the scan tools and certified technicians to guarantee the repair is done right. Not only will it look like new and perform like new, ask Bob about his community and veteran discount programs. Whether it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, you'll save money at Top Gun. If it's that 30-point buck, you may get your whole deductible paid. Call Top Gun for details and schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899. That's 563-964-9899.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans, We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
The Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic is a welcome addition to Northeast Iowa, offering extended hours for more accessible care. The clinic remains open over the lunch hour and offers early Monday morning and later Thursday evening appointments for your convenience. Call 568-5530 to schedule your appointment today. Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic. New clinic, more accessible care.
Exceptional caring people. Veterans Memorial.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Havlicek Trucking in Monona, The St. Olaf Tavern, Nathan Welch Excavating Inc. in Monona, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business Crop Farm and Life, and by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear Screen Printing Embroidery and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Good evening once again, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barnes along with the birthday boy, Coach Aaron Hammond. Welcome to the Little Rose Bowl here in West Branch. And it is a Class 1A quarterfinal tonight. It is MFL MarMac and West Branch, a matchup of top 10 teams. West Branch, the number 1 team in the AP poll, the final regular season poll. MFL MarMac ranked at number 8. Winner heads to the Unidome next Friday. Coach, again, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Dan. But, yeah, we've got a crazy weather down here at West Branch, but a gorgeous field. For those of you on our YouTube stream, you can see what kind of shape this field is in.
All right, and speaking of that, we want to thank those folks who are joining us tonight on the NFHS Network, along with, of course, folks in West Branch and MFL MarMac in this ball game tonight for all the events for the Bulldogs and Bears. You can find those on the NFHS Network. And once again, thanks for joining us for our live broadcast tonight here on the video stream on KCTN.com and on the KCTN YouTube channel. So this matchup tonight, you mentioned the weather. Nothing lasts forever. Not even cold November rain.
We were spoiled so long, Dan. But, yeah, weather is not as good as it's been the last few weeks. But still, despite the rain, like I said, field's in good shape. Plays a lot like field turf. I walked out on it before the game, and it is mowed like a green on a golf course. It is nice and smooth. Going to make a little slick out there tonight with this rain coming.
They had some strong storms actually in West Branch. We were talking to one of the parents beforehand, and they had some thunderstorms that rolled through this area. Had some downpour of rain, but you mentioned that field is in great shape. This game will be played in rain. But again, when you look at this matchup, you figure it evens out here. Both these teams, top 10 teams here, and I don't think it takes away. There's no advantage or disadvantage for either one of these teams tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it takes away something more for one team and gives something to the other at all. I think both teams are going to have to deal with the same conditions, and even more reason to play so hard tonight to get out of these conditions and get to that Unidome.
Yeah, that's where you know it's a perfect 72 degrees next Friday. Winner plays at 10 a.m. or at 1 o'clock next Friday, November 11th at the Unidome in the semifinals in Class 1A. All right, as we always start doing, we start talking about the visiting team. Tonight it is the MFL MarMac Bulldogs. They come in with a record of 9-1. This is a team for the 4th season in a row. This is where their season has been, getting to the quarterfinals. This is a team that wants to kick down that door and get to the Dome. Let's start talking about the Bulldogs.
Well, yeah, you talked about them. They've built themselves up a program here, getting to the quarterfinals. That's no longer the goal. The goal has now become, no, we want to go play indoors. We want to play in the Dome. But they have a tall task tonight against a very storied team in the West Branch Bears.
What's nice about MFL MarMac is offensively, a different night could be a different guy. Zach Driscoll threw for over 200 yards in last week's ball game, 4 completed passes there. And again,
and ran for a touchdown.
Had a 50-yard rushing touchdown. Wyatt Powell went for over 1,000 yards on the season. Let's start talking about the Bulldogs, and it starts again with the running game. Wyatt Powell, 96 carries, 1,036 yards, 14 touchdowns on the season. Nice place to start.
Yeah, a big, strong kid, but he's got that quickness, and last week he was kind of the featured back, but if they key on him and try to take him away, the next one up is Carver Blitzbentine. He's got 105 carries, 784 yards, 8 touchdowns of his own, and, couldn't get things started last week, kind of keyed on him. But those two play off each other very, very well.
Yeah, Blitzbentine, you like to run the fullback dives in between the tackles to keep the defense honest. That's where he gets the bulk of his yardage. And you mentioned averaging over 7 yards a carry. Carter Decker has been that dual threat for them. He has rushed for 484 yards. He has 421 yards receiving. He has 11 touchdowns on the season. Big play potential anytime he touches it.
He is, and they've used him in so many different ways. He's obviously a deep threat on the passing game, but that little inside counter that they've used off of the end has just been electric. In that one game we saw against Durant, he had 4 touchdowns on 4 carries, and all of them were big yardage gains, and he is just a dangerous weapon on after the catch. The receiving crew for these Bulldogs are averaging 19.6 yards after the catch, which is just huge stat.
It's been great seeing Zach Driscoll continue to grow at the quarterback spot for MFL MarMac in his first year as a starter. He has now thrown for over 1,100 yards, completed 59 passes for 100 out of 105 attempts, 12 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. But last week it was that rush, I think, that caught us off guard.
That we looked at his rushing yards and went, he doesn't even have 100 yards rushing. He just doubled that in one touchdown run. But this young man, this sophomore, 55% completion. A phenomenal job, as you said, just being a team leader out there, managing things, doing whatever he needs to do, and understanding what's working and what's not working night in and night out.
Let's talk about the Bulldogs on the defensive side and Cade McElwain. And I don't know how you can say this, but quietly, and he leads the team by far in tackles here, but it's the top linebacker, and again, he has wreaked havoc in the backfield all season long.
He's just got that motor. McElwain's got that motor where he just goes, and he's always in on something. If he's not the lead tackler, he's the finishing tackler. He's got almost 100 tackles, 65 solo tackles, 3.5 sacks. So he just messes things up, and that's what you want out of a man like McElwain, just getting in there and wreaking havoc and causing some trouble.
With the loss of Tristan Kane a couple of weeks ago, Austin Schley moved from linebacker to nose guard and has really continued to help things up defensively. The defensive line up front has done a great job to letting guys like McElwain, Blitzbentine, and Powell, the linebackers, use their speed and make stops.
Well, and if you look at their stats, the linebackers are doing a lot of the tackling, but those guys up front, Hertzman's one of those guys. They got a couple other, seasoned linemen up there just leading the way, picking up those blockers and creating holes for that second wave of tacklers.
All right, last week, I should say, you had a couple of interceptions in that ball game for Bryce Radeloff. Tonight, that secondary is going to be tested.
It is. The Bears are going to try to spread things out. Interesting to see how things change with the field conditions, but they're going to spread things out and try to test those defensive backs. And I'm curious to see if the linebackers can get to the quarterback, rush him, and put him out of his comfort zone.
All right, let's talk about West Branch now. Turning our attention to the Bears. They are 10-0. Defensively, we're going to start on that side because this is a team in 10 games that has not given up 100 yards rushing in a ball game. Now, the kid from Durant rushed for 101 yards, but as a team, they ended up with 92. So they've given up a 100-yard rusher, but haven't given up a total of 100 yards in a ball game this year. Defensively, they have been outstanding.
They have, and we're going to talk about him on the offensive side, but on the defensive side, Andy Henson leads the way with them. 60 tackles, 36 solos, a couple of sacks of quarterbacks, but then you've got a couple of, I believe they're brothers, Belk brothers. We've got Kinnick, and we've got Carver. And ironic there, close enough to Iowa City. I figure out where they get those names from. But those guys each have 30 to 40 sacks or tackles each. They're just really balanced defensively. That's what's kind of interesting about this team is there's not one guy who is leading the way and kind of that motor like we talked about with McElwain. They have a lot of guys that just fly to the ball, and I think this is going to be a real defensive battle.
Yeah, when you talk about defensively, Henson leading them, as you mentioned, tackle-wise this year, but they've got a number of guys. You mentioned Carver Belk and also Kinnick Beck, but also, or Belk, I should say, but Reese Trepanier. I think we got that right. But, again, you look at him and what he does for them at the linebacker spot.
Yeah, there's so many guys. We could just keep talking and pulling out names over and over and over again. There are so many guys, and I think that's the key there with both of these teams is you can't key on one. You can't take away this weapon or take away this defender and think you're going to get through, because there's 3 more guys ready to step in and fill that hole.
So we talked about what they do defensively, but offensively they average 47 points a ball game. It's a team that has put up great numbers, and again, it is a team that is balanced, throwing the football and rushing the football. Ty Hughes is a transfer who played at Liberty last year. He is their starting quarterback. He's completed 96 passes for 102 out of 142 attempts, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, throwing for over 1,300 yards. He has also rushed for over 350 yards this year. Let's start with the senior quarterback first off here for the Bears.
Yeah, what a nice senior quarterback to have. He's kind of a dual threat quarterback, and it's so ironic. They've scored so many touchdowns, but only 12 of them in the air for a team who has so many yards in the air. I talked about the big gains for MFL MarMac. The receiving core here for West Branch averaging about 13.7 yards after the catch. So they're just as dynamic and just as dangerous, but I think it all starts with that threat of Hughes of somebody's going to have eyes on him. Is he going to tuck it and run? Is he going to try to throw? And I think pressure on him is going to help. But I think it's going to be tough for the Bulldogs to get a lot of pressure tonight.
West Branch running more of the spread, whereas MFL MarMac runs the wing T here. So, again, throwing the ball could be a little bit adventurous tonight, depending on how much you throw it there. But we talk about rushing-wise. Let's not forget for West Branch that Andy Henson leads the state in touchdowns at 29 touchdowns. He has rushed for over 1,300 yards.
Yeah, it's just impressive. You look at that. They've got 45 rushing touchdowns. It's just amazing, but Henson has 29 of them, and he's just a big bruising guy out there. You talked about over 1,000 yards, almost 200 carries, so he's going to go over that tonight. But then, they're similar to MFL MarMac. You take him away, and you've got other guys ready to step in there. They've got a few carries. Belk has some carries. Junior Marsh has a few carries. They've got other guys, but I think the key is Henson and what he can do, what they can establish early.
And when they throw the ball, it's not like they're looking for one guy there. You've got double figures. They've got 4 different guys. The Belk boys, Carver has 23 receptions for 476 yards and 6 touchdowns. Kinnick has 26 receptions, went for 189 yards and a couple of touchdowns. But Henson has 14 receptions too.
Yeah, 14 receptions, 155 yards, and a touchdown. So it's not like he's just a running back and blocking all the other times. He's going out for pass patterns once in a while as well, just to keep everybody honest.
Yeah, Jack McCullough and Trenton Schutte are their other 2 receivers there that are in double figures this year. So is a team there that, again, pick your poison. That's what they've kind of run offensively.
Well, and that's what MFL MarMac has done the last couple of games is said, okay, we're going to take away something and make you beat us with the other weapon. And I'm curious to see what Coach Anderson decides we're going to try to take away and what they're going to have to defend all night long.
What's great about a matchup like this is it's really not rocket science. It's not like there's a team that's going to reinvent themselves, but which team can be better in the trenches. You heard both Coach Anderson, Coach Peterson as well from West Branch talking about that. It really boils down to who's going to do what, who can hold their own up front, who can win that battle.
Well, and I don't think anybody's going to pitch a shutout tonight. I don't think the defenses are going to pitch a shutout, but I think what the defenses can do is going to be key. Are they going to win those trenches? Are they going to take something away from the other team, make them more one-dimensional, take away some weapon that one of these 2 teams has, and somebody else is going to have to step up. If they take away Carter Decker, does Blitz Benteen or Wyatt Powell step up? If they take away Henson, are the Belk boys and Schutte and McCullough going to be able to get those receptions and drive that offense for the Bears? So kind of curious what they decide to do defensively tonight.
And in a ball game like this, with the conditions, special teams. Can you catch that punch? Can you get the punt off there? And again, neither team has what you'd say a booming punter there, but tonight the goal is to get the kick off.
Well, and one of the first things we saw was special teams came out here to warm up. I was watching West Branch, and their kickoff guy planted, and he left about a foot divot. He kind of looks at it, points it to Coach, and Coach is like, that's how it's going to be tonight. We're not going to have the greatest conditions. So special teams are not a given tonight. And we know MFL MarMac loves to live off those special teams. They love that big playoff special teams.
All right, great atmosphere for high school football here in November. MFL MarMac will be on our far side tonight. We're on the West Branch home side for this ball game tonight. But this is the first game that we have ever done at the Little Rose Bowl. We did West Branch when they played Clayton Ridge at the Dome, and this would be a number of years ago, the late 2000, before 2010. I know it was 8 or 9, somewhere around there. But this is the first time we've actually done a game at the Little Rose Bowl tonight.
Yeah, and we've heard about it. We knew this is where we were coming. We're downtown West Branch here, but it's just hillsides, and I assume on a nice night those are full of people, but cars at the top, similar to Key High setup up there in Lansing where you can kind of sit above the field, look down. We're high above here. An older field, but in fantastic condition. Kudos to the groundskeeping crew from West Branch. Whoever takes care of this field, whether it's West Branch or the city, this is a wonderful facility.
So here you have MFL MarMac, 4th year in a row in the quarterfinals. West Branch, 14th of the last 15 years they've been in the playoffs. One of these teams going to head to the Dome next week. We'll take a break. When we return, starting lineups. We'll talk about keys in the ball game. You're listening to the Countdown to Kickoff from KCTN Sports.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
I should have moved over for that utility van.
I should have slowed down for that bucket truck.
I should have slowed down and moved over for that maintenance vehicle.
I should have known the law.
Did you know that in the state of Iowa, motorists are required by law to move over or slow down when approaching any stationary vehicle that has its flashing lights activated, including utility trucks and maintenance vehicles? Failing to do so can result in fines or the loss of your driver's license. So when you see flashing lights, move over or slow down, preferably both. It's the law, and it might just save a life. This safety message brought to you by Alamaki Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place, Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Canalcor Fuller Covering in Monona, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Quillen's Quality Food serving Northeast Iowa, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, Furniture Showcase and Allwine, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org, and by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Welcome back to West Branch. Just a few minutes away from our starting lineup tonight with MFL MarMac and West Branch, actually the opening kickoff. We're ready now for your starting lineup. So let's start with MFL MarMac. The quarterback is Zach Driscoll. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 160 pounds. The fullback is Carver Blitz Bentine, a junior, 6 foot at 205. The running back, Wyatt Powell. He's a junior, 6'1" and 210. The wingback is Carter Decker, 5'11", 160 pounds. He is a senior. The tight end is Cade McIlwain. He is a junior, 6 foot, 185 pounds. The other wide receiver is Brandon Christofferson. He is a junior at 6'2", 190. The offensive line, the anchor of the line is center Taylor Hersman. He's a senior, 6'2", and 230. The left guard is Hunter Meyer. He's a senior, 6'2", 225. The right guard, Corbin McElwain, 5'11", 210 pounds. He's a senior. The right tackle is sophomore Aiden Schulte, a 6'3", 315-pounder. The left tackle is Bryce Deal. He is a junior, 6'1", and 205. That's your MFL MarMac starting lineup offensively. For West Branch for the Bears, their quarterback is Ty Hughes. He's a senior, 6'3", 185. The running back is Andy Henson, another senior, 6'2", at 215. The wide receivers, they'll start 4 of them. Kennick Belk, a senior, 5'10", 175. Jack McCullough, a 6'1", 190-pound senior. Carver Belk, a 5'10", 170-pound senior. And Trenton Schutte is a junior, 6'1", 190. The anchor of their line is Reese Trepanier. He is a 6'1", 210-pound junior. The right guard is Max Lodge. Lodge is a junior, 5'10", 190. The left guard is Michael Montgomery. He's a freshman, but 6'4", and 235. The left tackle is Aiden Dingbaum. He's a senior, 5'11", 240. The right tackle is Logan Wright. He is a junior, 6'2", 230 pounds. That's your starters offensively for both these teams.
And both these teams, you're lining up here. We're going to have the coin flip, but the Bears just came out. They had smoke machines and lights and music. I'm sure you can hear that on our broadcast as well.
Yeah, so. They were jamming here for about an hour before we got we arrived here. Let's go for MFL MarMac defensively. Deal and Hersman play the defensive ends. Austin Schley starts at nose guard. He's a senior, 5'11", 170 pounds. Blitz Benteen along with McElwain. They are the starting linebackers, and Cole Allert as well. He is a 5'9" senior at 175 pounds. Carter Decker plays in the strong safety position. Christofferson at free safety. The cornerback starters are just defensive-only starters. Elias Hatt, a 6'2", 175-pound junior at one cornerback. Bryce Redloff had those 2 picks in last week's ball game. He is a junior, 5'8", 150 pounds. For West Branch defensively, Wright plays on the defensive line, but the other 2 defensive linemen in their 3-4 setup are starters Jackson Kahlberg, a senior at 5'10", 170, and also Quentin Roca is a junior, 6'2", 240 pounds. I believe it's actually pronounced Rocha. Trepanier and Henson are the linebacker spot, along with McCullough. You have Wyatt Federlin. He's a senior, 5'8", 175 pounds at the other linebacker. The Belk boys start at 2 defensive back spots, and the remaining defensive back starters for West Branch, Cale Seidel, a junior, 5'7", 155, and Holden Arneman is a junior, 5'9", 180 pounds. There are your starting lineups for both these teams. West Branch actually has a few more players that go one way, actually 2 more than what MFL MarMac does, but both these teams have admirable depth.
They do. Both of these teams have plenty of depth, plenty of guys in the sideline, and we just had the coin flip. MFL MarMac brought everybody out on the field and then had the 3 captains step up for the coin flip. West Branch actually won the toss and is going to defer, so MFL MarMac is going to start with the ball on the south end zone.
Yes, they're going basically right to left. West Branch will be going left to right, and as you mentioned, MFL MarMac is heading north to start this ball game. Our officials tonight from the Minneapolis area, mostly Gregory Warall, Robert Haustein, along with Daniel Cummings, Travis Ludinger, and Antonius Lunsford, who's actually from Burlington. That's our officiating crew tonight. Bears wearing their home black uniforms there, the black bottoms, the black top, the white sleeves. They have the Bears there across the front. Bears in red across those black helmets with the red face masks on both sides with the bear paws for their special plays. Bulldogs, the away team tonight, black bottoms, white top with the royal blue numbers there and the royal yellow trim on their uniforms. And, of course, they have the blue helmets there with the Bulldog numbers on one side, and they have their paws for their special plays on the other.
Yeah, both of these teams look really sharp out there. Notice warming up, the Bears have a couple of numbers on the front besides their own, a couple of teammates that aren't with us anymore, so they're paying some homage to them. So kind of a special tribute there. But both of these teams, both of these crowds ready to go, Dan. The rain has subsided a little bit for now. we're going to start fairly rain-free, but I don't think we're going to keep it that way.
I would say we have nothing but a light rain falling right now here, but it is let up from what we were looking to start. To launch it away will be Wyatt Federland. To launch it away back deep, you have Decker back to receive, and also back to receive there as well is going to be Allert. They are spread out from left to right, hash mark, and it is Decker to the near side. So Federland to launch it away, and here we go with the Class 1A quarterfinal from West Branch. It is a kick sideline area. Decker lets it bounce at the 5-yard line, picks it up, and he'll bring it towards the middle of the field. Decker gets across the 15-yard line. Good special teams coverage there as it quickly closes down at the middle of the field at the 20-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 yards to go for MFL MarMac offensively at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, nothing, spectacular on that kickoff, but getting it back into decent starting position here right at that 20-yard line. Let's see what MFL MarMac tries to establish first.
And you admire it that West Branch saying, we're going to kick to whoever's back there. We're not going to try to avoid Decker or try to kick it out of bounds or kick it to the upbacks. We're confident in what we can do special team-wise, and you expect MFL MarMac to do the same. So first down, 10 yards to go for the Bulldogs at their own 20-yard line, middle of the field. You see them shifting now as McElwain comes to the tight end spot. Decker moves to the left wing back spot, and on first down they hand it to Powell. Powell trying to get around left end, couple of yards, out to about the 23-yard line. Tried that wide side there, the near side of the field. Picks up about 3 on first down yardage. Number 56 in on the play there for West Branch, and that was Logan Wright leading the charge. Second down, 7 yards to go.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Wright, kind of leading the charge, but little patience there out of Powell. We've talked about it all year long. Looked a little hesitant, wasn't sure where that hole was going to be, but a nice pickup on first down.
Yeah, what he does is picks, chooses where he can go there, but West Branch didn't give him much room, but positive yardage on first down. So now Powell moves to a wingback spot. Decker is in the slot, alone in the backfield. Blitz Benteen. Second down, Powell goes in motion, gets the handoff, brings it right side, and runs into a host of West Branch defenders up front, led by number 72 and Aiden Dingbaum. Maybe a yard. They use Blitz Benteen as the lead blocker there off the right side of the line. And it's third down and probably closer to 6 for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, conservative start here for the Bulldogs. Nothing spectacular, nothing out of ordinary for them. Just trying to see where those holes are going to be, what they can establish.
And MFL MarMac, again, they are primarily a ground-oriented team. They want to throw, and again, they want to, not when they have to, as Coach Hines always said from North Fayette Valley. It's third down, 6 yards to go. So Decker now to wing back in the left spot. A correction, it's Allert, who's lined up as an end on the left side. Decker's to the right, and Driscoll to throw the football. Drops back. Driscoll has time, looks down the middle of the field there, and Decker tripped at the 40-yard line. Incomplete. In on the coverage is number 5, Kenneth Belk. And I think they just got their feet tangled as he fell down middle of the field at the 40-yard line. Pass is incomplete. And MFL MarMac goes 3 and out on the opening series.
Yeah, just tangling of feet there, and apologies to those looking on our broadcast or live broadcast. We forgot we got to run the camera tonight too. But just tripping on each other, no intent there, so no flag, and MFL MarMac's going to have to punt.
So Schlee stands back inside his own 10-yard line, and you have 2 guys back to receive there, and both of them are Belks. And that is Carver to the far side and Kinnick Belk at the near side at the 48-yard line. High snap, but Schlee goes up to get it. It is a high punt, and that ball's going to bounce at the 48-yard line, actually kick up field. And diving for it is Radeloff to down it at the 47-yard line. So a punt that only goes a total of 24 yards. And West Branch takes over. First down, 10 yards to go in MFL MarMac territory on their opening drive.
Yeah, and this is not the start MFL wanted. That punt didn't quite bounce the way they wanted to. They're going to have to dig in defensively and try to establish the stop here themselves.
So West Branch, spread formation. 2 receivers to the right. They are stacked, and they run out of pistol formation. As I say that now, the running back in Henson moves to the left, gets the handoff on first down, and he's got a whole 40-yard line, 10 yards right up the gut. And it's an 11-yard pickup down to the 37-yard line. Going to try to spread out MFL MarMac, run right at him, and making the play is Brandon Christofferson. But first and 10, the initial play there gains first down yardage for West Branch.
Yeah, just a hard run there and a nice tackle there by the Bulldogs, but an easy pickup for first down.
First down, 10 yards to go, same formation. Again, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and Hughes continues with Henson now moving over to his left side. And on this play, he gets the handoff again. Same play, brings it left side, 30-yard line, turns the corner, breaks the tackle, and he's gone. 20, 10, touchdown, got it. So for Henson, a running play that goes 37 yards. And in 2 plays, the Bears strike quickly. They lead 6-0.
And we always talk about MFL MarMac striking early, striking quick. And here's West Branch giving them a taste of their own medicine. A quick score here on a second down from midfield. And Henson goes the distance.
37-yard run. And now you will see them try the PAT. So a great start as Federland will try the PAT out of the hold of Rios. We have played 2 minutes and 12 seconds, and West Branch leads 6-0. So here's the PAT, Henson with 2 impressive runs. So here is now the snap, a long count from Rios. Spot is down, the kick is up. Bulldogs get through, McElwain blocked it, PAT fails. But West Branch scores in 2 plays. They lead 6-0. Let's take this time out.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Allen Roofing and Construction in Wausau Homes, your one-stop shop for all your construction needs, Elite DJ Service in Monona, the Loena Tap, home of the award-winning Philly, Chad Hoschild Logging in Farmersburg, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, and by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. So West Branch, the start they are looking for, and it is Henson, Andy Henson, on a 37-yard run just off left side, broke a tackle, showed his speed and strength. PAT is blocked, and West Branch leads 6-0. So now the Bulldogs, let's settle in now, huh?
Yeah, settle in. You know, defense kind of knows what they're going to be faced with. As we say that, the rain starts picking up here again, so we're getting a little more moisture in the air, but got to have a better second series here.
So again, to lunch it away will be Federland. Federland line drive kick, and this will go to the up back. It's actually going down to a knee to try to pick it up there was the up back in Schlee, and it kicks ahead across the 20-yard line right at the left hash mark at the 22-yard line. He falls down right on it there, and that's where the Bulldogs take over. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 22-yard line with now their second possession of this football game.
And I'm curious if Coach Anderson will see if Blitz Benteen can find a hole there in the middle, or maybe they try to get some speed to the outside. They're going to have to try some things, see what's working for them, and then go to the well when they figure that out.
So first down, 10 yards to go. They operate from just inside the left hash mark. Blitz Benteen is in at a fullback spot. Decker is at a wingback on one side with Powell to the other. And on 1st and 10 on the second Bulldog possession, Decker goes in motion. They go to Blitz Benteen up the middle, maybe a yard and a half. He was hit initially up front by Wright, squirted by him, but again, he was slowed down, and that allowed the rest of the defense to jump in. And Wright ends up finishing up the play, maybe a yard. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Yeah, very, very little gain there. He may have even lost a half a yard, so this is a no gain, but a good pursuit there by the Bears. Nice tackling, clean tackling. MFL MarMac still trying to figure out what's going to work here today.
And the Bulldogs, again, you see them now they've run left and right. We've run up the middle. So still searching for something to work here in a double wing set. And it is now second down, closer to 10 yards to go. Blitz Benteen gets a toss play right side. It's a halfback option pass. He's looking to throw the football, and it flutters in the air, and it's intercepted. No, it's dropped at the 44-yard line. Kinnick Belk was able to get underneath it as the ball fluttered and was underthrown. Didn't come out of the hand right, and Belk flat out dropped it at the 44-yard line. And a break for MFL MarMac.
That's a huge break because I think that ball came out because it's wet. And Blitz Benteen, I don't think, realized how slippery that ball is. And that thing just hung. And I think same thing for the young Belk man there. Just a little slippery.
So that was going to be a fullback option pass. And remember, Blitz Benteen was the quarterback last year. But tonight it's a different throwing circumstance with a wet football and the rain running a little harder. McElwain was free past the secondary. So third down, 10 yards to go. Driscoll rolls out to the right, throws it short. It is incomplete, far sideline. Threw it short of the sticks. Had the receiver in front of the MFL MarMac sideline at the 30-yard line. It is incomplete, and the Bulldogs go 3 and out on their second series.
Yeah, and that's not the start that the Bulldogs wanted here. Another 3 and out, playing in these weather conditions, and a fired-up West Branch team right now, and they're going to have to lean on the defense a little bit to try to slow these Bears down.
And again, that is a West Branch team that is going to get great field position once again Belk is back at the 47-yard line. That is Carver Beck. He's on the left hash mark, and Kinnick Beck is on the right hash mark. So Schley stands back at his own 10-yard line to lunch it away again. So the Bears figure to get great field position. Schley gets the snap, high kick there, and this is going to go towards Carver Belk. He bounces and stays away from it as it bounces by him and goes inside the 40-yard line. Nice kick there by Schley. Goes all the way down to the 36-yard line, picked up about 15 on the roll as it bounced near midfield. So they help flip field position, and West Branch takes over, first down, 10 yards to go at their own 36-yard line, leading 6-0, and we've played only 3:15.
Yeah, good that they kind of flipped the field a little bit there and putting West Branch a little deeper, but they're going to have to find an answer here. Hanson has a nice start to this West quarterfinal game.
Where it's got to start there, because you've got to contain a guy who now has 30 touchdowns on the season. Same formation for West Branch as they operate from the left hash mark. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Henson again moves to the left of the quarterback Hughes and gets the handoff. Left side, better defense by MFL MarMac. He couldn't get to the outside. Blitz Benteen and McElway fill the hole, but he gets to the 39-yard line. 3-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, it's still a lot of yards. They're doing a much better job tackling here on this series, but still too much gain there.
And you see the Bears hurrying up here as they bring it up to the line of scrimmage. An experienced offense. And again, split formation. Henson moves to the left of the quarterback Hughes on second down, 7 yards to go. Fakes the handoff. Hughes is going to run it. He gets through left side, 45-yard line, leans ahead, right on the left hash mark. Good enough for first down yardage to the 48-yard line. Again, you do the RPO there. Allert makes the stop, but an 8-yard pickup and first down for West Branch.
Yeah, just too much a gain there. Bulldogs giving up way too much right now.
And you see that West Branch committing to the run here early with great success. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 47-yard line. Now Henson moves to the right of the quarterback Hughes. Hughes to throw the football for the first time. Drops back, has time, looking over the middle of the field. The pass is not caught there. Trenton Schutte was open, but could not haul it into the 22-yard line with Christofferson in on the coverage. It looked like he was going to haul it in. Had it in his hands in the middle of the field, but could not haul it in, hitting the ground, incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, not able to finish that catch off. Getting his hands out there, leaving everything out there just maybe a little out of his reach, but trying to haul it in, not able to finish that
and
catch.
A deep shot by a West Branch on first down. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Only 3 receivers this time, and they're going to run the football with, again, Henson. Henson gets inside Bulldog territory. McElwain also there in run support as well as Schley, but that is a 4-yard pickup, probably closer to 5 as he brings it left side. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. West Branch back inside Bulldog territory to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, good hard run there by Hanson after taking the deep shot on first down and going a little quicker here.
And 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left, one of the Belk boys in the backfield, and they're going to run it. Hughes going to keep it himself. First down yardage. He's inside the 40-yard line, brought down by Christofferson. Again, fake the handoff to Henson, who went left side. Hughes brings it around right end, and he's had 2 quality runs. 1st and 10 for West Branch down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, great gain there. Another 12 yards added on to his total for the night.
So if you're MFL MarMac here, you've got to find the adjustment, and you need to do it in a hurry.
In a hurry, you bet.
First down, 10 yards to go. West Branch to the 36-yard line. Bulldogs, Powell in run support. They hand it right side. That is Kinnick Belk trying to get to the corner. Well defensed by MFL MarMac. Powell forced the action a little further backfield than what they wanted to. That allowed McElwain along with Radeloff to come up and make the play, and that's probably a loss of a yard. And it's 2nd down, 11 yards to go. They tried to run the receiver to the right.
Well, and I'm sure Powell's a little frustrated because he didn't get to him, but he forced that play so far back and out. It allowed that pursuit to gain and take that
First
tackle.
play with negative yardage for West Branch. 2nd down, 11 yards to go. And down this play, they're going to run it with Henson trying to get around left end, trying to get to the corner. And nice open field tackle by Hatt, who went low, brought him down just inside the 35-yard line. It's only a pickup of 3. If he gets to the corner, there's more there. But Hatt makes the one-on-one tackle, 3rd and long for West Branch.
Yeah, that was a dicey play. Nice tackle by Elias Hatt on the corner there. Henson had a lot of green in front of him, and you start to see a few guys slipping and falling out there.
Halfway through the first quarter, West Branch, no doubt, this is 4-down territory. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left as well. And on this play, Hughes to throw the football. He's got time looking left side. It's a wheel route looking for Henson. Bobbles it. Does he hang on to it at the 15-yard line? They say that he did catch it. And it's 1st and 10. The ball was bobbled on the 15-yard line. The officials are now talking, and they say no, it is not a completed pass. It is incomplete as the rain falls harder, and it's 4th down for West Branch.
Well, and Henson had so much area, so much room for that. Nobody was near him, and he just pops off of his pads, and he hauled it in. But I wonder if he stepped out of bounds over there because he didn't have a lot of room on the sideline.
The sideline official had it as a completion. The back judge came over and said no, he did not have.
Must not have had control.
So
then.
it is incomplete, and it is 4th down. So the Bulldogs need a stop here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Henson moves to now a slot receiver on 4th and 8. Snap back to Hughes. Hughes to throw the football. Flushed out of the pocket. Maybe looking to run, but he's hit in the backfield, and he does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Stopped at the 35-yard line, and the Bulldogs defense comes up huge. Schlee, the stop on the run there, as he couldn't get past that line of defense. Good coverage in the secondary. Trailing 6-0. Bulldogs get a defensive stop.
And that was a huge stop. Turning the ball over on downs was best thing the Bulldogs could ask for there. Now they've got decent field position to start their now 3rd series.
And this is their best starting field position at their own 35-yard line. So 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Bulldogs here. They operate from the right hash mark. Defense figured it out there to stop West Branch after a couple of initial 1st downs. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Driscoll with him under center. They send Decker in motion, and he gets the handoff, trying to go left side. And again, the action forced back to the inside, and Decker has the legs taken out from underneath him. There is Henson along with Kinnick Belk. It's only a gain of 2. Again, Decker was forced back to the inside, didn't get to the edge like he wanted to. Still picks up 2 on what was a hard tackle.
Yeah, nice hard tackle there by the Bears, but a little tentative there, Decker, trying to figure out where that hole was, and I don't think he saw anything to the outside, so cuts it up instead, but only able to gain a couple of yards on that.
5 minutes left in the opening act. West Branch leads 6-0. It is 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Bulldogs operating near the middle of the field right now. And you have now Powell to the right of Blitz Benteen in the backfield. Radeloff is now in at the left wing back spot. And they run the football up the middle. Blitz Benteen, and Blitz Benteen across the 40-yard line. Hug that left hash mark. Gets out to the 42-yard line. Short of 1st down, but a manageable 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down, probably closer to 4 yards to go for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice gain there. Getting some positive yardage, getting Blitz Benteen involved early, which they had a hard time getting him involved last week, so good to see him part of this offense. But a big 3rd down here. Bulldogs need to pick this up.
The rain continuing to fall, and it is falling again rather steady right now. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Bulldogs need to get to the 45-yard line for 1st down. Driscoll on this play goes to Blitz Benteen. Right side, Blitz Benteen. 1st down inside West Branch territory. Fullback dive up the middle. He brings it down to the 48-yard line, and the Bulldogs convert. And now marching here inside Bears territory.
Yeah, that was a huge pickup there. Blitz Benteen had a lot of room, able to get to that second wave of tacklers before he had anybody touch him.
What you liked there was the way Blitz Benteen hit that hole, right, off right side?
Yeah, just hit it hard, hit it full speed, and a nice drive.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. Middle of the field, Bulldogs here to the 48-yard line. That is their initial 1st down of this ball game. Inside 4 minutes left in the 1st quarter. Double wing set. Blitz Benteen in the backfield. Decker goes in motion from left to right. Back to Blitz Benteen. Couple of yards down to the 45-yard line. They push him ahead to about the 44-yard line. Powell was a wingback on the right side and actually was the lead blocker as he brought it back inside. And a quality 4-yard pickup, maybe closer to 5 on that, huh?
Yeah, about 5 yards for Blitz Benteen. Patience out of Blitz Benteen. Usually he's pretty bruising, trying to hit that line hard, but patience shown that time and was rewarded with a great gain.
2nd down, closer to 5 yards to go. Hatt is a receiver to the right side. Double wing set, but Decker is at a wing back on the right side with Powell on the left side. And Driscoll with him under center. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Powell goes in motion, gets the handoff right side, cuts back towards the middle. He's got 1st down, breaks to the open. He's down to the 30. Here's Powell in the open, brings it to the middle of the field, inside the 20, down to the 10, goes into the 5-yard line area. Is he in for the score?
He is not. He is on the 1.
Stopped short at the 1-yard line. But Powell got through to the right, rushed over then along the sideline area, then made a cut to the middle of the field. 42-yard run. It's 1st and goal.
Yeah, that was a huge carry by Powell. Once he got through that second wave of tacklers, he had a lot of green, and just shy. He's dropped on the 1 yard line, but that cut back to the middle of the field and thought he was going to get in, fell right at the 1. So Bulldogs here knocking on the door.
So first down and goal happened on that far corner of the end zone. That is the hardest area for us to see, by the way. They operate from the left hash mark. Driscoll with him under center. Here's the quarterback sneak. Blitz Benteen trying to push him in from behind. No word yet as the pile is stacked up. He did not get in on the quarterback sneak. So a good job by West Branch up front. And it is second down and goal at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, no gain there. Nice job loading up the box for the Bears. And MFL MarMac had nothing going. So they're going to have some misdirection here. And you see a little change of personnel here. Let's see what they dial up on second and goal from the 1.
You see Allert check out. Hackett comes in from the sideline. That's just a max correction. It's Christofferson, so they're just bringing in the play. And it is second down and goal at the 1 yard line. So Driscoll with him under center. Blitz Benteen in the backfield. Again, double wing set. Decker to the right, and you have Powell behind him. Powell goes in motion. They run the football right side. It's a stretch play with a fullback. Blitz Benteen, right side, goes in for the score. Touchdown, got it. Fullback dive to the right. And the Bulldogs, after a big defensive stop, answer. Blitz Benteen, the 1 yard run. We're knotted at 6.
Yeah, nice misdirection there. Kind of put Powell in motion there and just went off tackle. Nice finish by Blitz Benteen. Good answer by the Bulldogs. Much better drive that time going down the field. Now we're going for those extra points.
Now we talk about special teams. This is part of it. PATs tonight.
This is huge. You know, the conditions are never a given here. The rain's coming down hard again. It's been on again, off again. A lot of drenched fans already, but looks like they're going to line up, go for 2, Dan.
So they are going to go for 2. Blitz Benteen is behind Driscoll. You have Powell as a wingback on the right side. Decker goes in motion. They hand it to him. Jet sweeper on right side. Cuts back to the middle. Strolls in for the conversion. MFL MarMac has their first lead of the night. Decker the conversion run. Bulldogs 8, Bears 6. Let's take this time out.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
It is now pouring at MFL MarMac. An impressive drive after getting a stop inside the 40-yard line. Powell's big run set up the short field, and it is Blitz Benteen, a 1 yard run. Decker's conversion run, and the Bulldogs lead 8-6. Flat out pouring right now.
And I tell you what, if they get both Powell and Blitz Benteen into this ball game, it could be a long night for the Bears, but they're looking to answer here with their next possession.
Jones to launch it away from the 40-yard line, and this is a returnable kick. It is near side. That is Kinnick picking it up there left side. Again, Kinnick Belk brings it across the middle of the field. He's across the 30-yard line. Now busts to the outside. He's inside Bulldog territory, inside the 45-yard line, and there's a big special teams play. Great return by Kinnick Belk, who fielded it at about the 20-yard line, brought it to the middle of the field, but made a guy miss, and it was the kicker covering there. And that allowed him with a nice return. Again, the Bears, great field position inside Bulldog territory.
Yeah, they're going to start on the MFL MarMac 42-yard line, and that's just a huge return. We talked about weather conditions and special teams could be a big factor tonight, and there's an example of a big return giving some momentum back to those Bears.
1:35 left in the first half. First down, 10 yards to go. The hardest job tonight, I should say, is going to be trying to keep these footballs dry.
Those
the best
ball
they can.
boys are working hard. They got garbage bags. They got bags of towels. And all the coaches, all the players are soaked on the sideline already.
So we have a stoppage of play there. The reason why I kind of hesitated, they were making an announcement there, and I believe they're still working on some things before we start play. Somebody has their lights on. I believe there's a vehicle that has their lights on here. and they have that shut off. That might be the only downfall of where we're located tonight. First down, 10 yards to go. So a great, entertaining first quarter so far. Bulldogs lead 8-6, and on the play, they run it with Henson left side. Henson's inside the 40-yard line. And again, he's able to stiff arm a tackle, brings it across the sideline area, inside the 35-yard line. They step out of bounds at the 31-yard line, but 1st and 10, Henson around left end. McElwain took the brunt of that, again, stiff arm.
Yeah, that was a nice stiff arm there by Henson. They're going to put him right at the 31. That's an 11-yard gain, so a nice run there again. For Henson, he's up to 69 yards already tonight.
And again, a big factor as we expected. First down, 10 yards to go. Henson to the left there of Hughes. And on the play, they run it right side. They bobble the snap, but he gets it to Henson. Blitz Benteen meets him in the hole, but he falls across the 30, inside to the 29-yard line, picks up 3 yards on first down. Second down, 7 yards to go. You saw the exchange back to Hughes, and that ball was kind of sliding as he tried to catch it.
And it's going to be tonight. You know, we expect that, but it's going to be on both sides.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Henson to the left of Hughes. 2 receivers to the right, a single receiver to the left, and they run it. Nope, they're going to fake it. Hughes brings it left side, and he's quickly met there by Powell off the left side. Still gets down to about the 25-yard line on that read option. Faked it to Henson, brought it left side. Third down, 4 yards to go. Inside 45 seconds left here in our first quarter.
Yeah, another about 3-yard gain, and you can see the Bulldogs doing a much better job stuffing everything between the tackles, trying to force them to the outside, thinking they've got the speed to run them down if they can force them outside of the tackle.
Third down, again, 4 yards to go. They have to get to the 21-yard line. This is certainly 4-down territory anyway. This is more of a jumbo set. 3 in the backfield here for West Branch. And on the play, they go to the deep back in Henson. Henson right side, met by Powell in the hole, stumbles ahead to the 22-yard line towards the middle of the field, short of first down, but it brings up a 4th and 1 in what should be the final play of our opening quarter. So it's entertaining as we're playing in the rain. And as West Branch comes up to the line of scrimmage, they're going to try to get this snap off here. Hughes with him up under center, and they run the football with Henson, but now they say there is a flag down. There is a flag on the sideline, and West Branch may have been moving. So instead of letting the corner run out there, they got up to the line of scrimmage to hurriedly try to get into play.
Yeah, and I think the officials are trying to decide, did they get the play off in time? Did the quarter end? But this is detrimental to the Bears. If they have to back them up 5 yards, they've got 4th and 6 instead of 4th and 1.
So no word yet from the official. Our one side official said they're going to wave off the flag, and the quarter is going to come to an end. All right, 8-6. MFL MarMac leads West Branch. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. And E.H. Cruz, Attorney at Law, McGregor. Ellen Real Estate Company with offices in Monona, Strawberry Point, and Guttenberg. Monona Veterinary Hospital. T-Scanner Lawn Care, serving Northeast Iowa. Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And by KAR Auto Group. MFL MarMac leads 8-6 as we begin the second quarter. It is 4th down. It is a yard to go. West Branch 0 for 1 on 4th down plays. That was a 4th and 8 on their previous drive. This is a little more manageable.
Yeah, they've got 18 carries, 96 yards so far, but this one's a little more manageable, 4th and 1, and they definitely want to keep this drive going. Probably put some more pressure on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we did not have a false start. They said the quarter ended as West Branch was hurriedly going up to the line of scrimmage, maybe to try to get the Bulldogs to bite. Meanwhile, I formation, 4th down, and it's really a long yard. They move one of the tackles to the left side and send it back in motion. In the I formation, Hughes with him under center, back to Henson, right side, first down yardage as he brings it inside the 20-yard line. There's a flag down as he brings it right side. And let's sort out this penalty. Was there movement up front by West Branch? Either way, they convert the 4th down, and the Bulldogs reacting like the penalties against West Branch. Or at least if you look at Wyatt Powell.
They're hoping it's against West Branch.
Illegal shift. I mentioned they had a lineman move from right to left, which
Well, and what that did, Dan, that took the tight end over. The tackle on the right side wasn't covered up. There was nobody else on that right side because the wide receiver was off the line. So that shift threw their illegal formation out there. So they're going to have to back up 5 yards and try it again.
When they moved the linemen to the left side there, the heavy side was then the left side of the line. They ran towards the right side, and that's where you're talking about that end spot there uncovered. So it's 4th down now, 6 yards to go, and a break again for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, big break for them. 4th down here. They're hoping to keep the Bears from converting.
So 4th down. Now 6 yards to go. Back to the I formation. 2 receivers to the right. And again, they move that lineman over there in number 55 in Rocha. And they send it back in motion from right to left. And they are going to fake the handoff and throw right side. Kinnick Bell catches it. He's got open in the flat inside the 20-yard line. Knocked away from behind and fumbled. Picked up by the Bulldogs. The ball was knocked away by, I believe, Powell from behind. And it is picked up by MFL MarMac. They had the first down, but the Bulldogs closed down there and forced the turnover.
Yeah, that was a wide open play for the Bears, and they had a lot of green, and Bell could have just gone to the ground, and they would have had, first and goal, but nice tackle from behind, and I think it was Powell knocked that out of his hands, and then
what he did is he brought the hammer coming from behind and knocked the football away. I believe that Christofferson recovered the fumble. But it's first down, 10 yards to go for MFL MarMac at their own 14-yard line. So the Bulldogs forced the first turnover of this game, leading 8-6. And they're on the football. Right side, it is Decker trying to get to the right corner. He does. 15-yard line, makes a defender miss initially. Gets to the 20-yard line, then drugged down there by Carver Belk, who did a good job of hanging with the tackle, but not before it's a 7-yard gain around right end by Carter Decker, the motion back.
Yeah, nice outside there. Bulldogs able to get something established offside the end, and if they can do that, it's going to be a dangerous night there for the Bears. Nice tackle there to finish him off, but second manageable here for the Bulldogs.
They operate from the right hash mark. 2nd down, 4 yards to go. I guess we'll give him 6 on that. A minute into our second quarter. Bulldogs lead 8-6. Double wing set. Allert is as a slot receiver on the right side. Powell goes in motion. They run the football left side. Blitz Benteen hit in the backfield and is able to shed one tackler. Brings it out to the 25-yard line, then tackled there. Again, there was pressure through the left side by number 72, Dingbaum for West Branch. Blitz Benteen comes up hobbling, and he is going to hobble on over to the sideline, trying to run things off there. Now, this has happened from time to time. It just gets rolled under there with those ankles.
Yeah, just an ankle thing there. I don't think this is anything serious, but he's going to go walk that off and then pop back out. He'll be ready to roll.
The good news is he picked up first down yardage, and you see him on the sideline getting stronger as he walks it all behind the MFL MarMac sideline on that far side. First down, 10 yards to go to the 25-yard line. Powell goes in motion left side, gets the handoff, tries to go around right end, 35-yard line, makes a defender miss, and he actually brings it to the 35-yard line. So Powell, a hard run around right end, initially hit by number 50 in Reese Trepanaye, but he was able to keep forward progress going, shed a tackler, 11-yard pickup on first down by Powell.
And they can pick up, 8, 10, 11 yards on a carry. They're going to establish something here on the ground, make that pass so much more dangerous.
So we're 2 minutes into our third quarter. Bulldogs at their own 37-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. And again, they operate from the right hash mark without a receiver here. And as I say that, Allert moves over to an end spot and Moore lined up in the slot. Decker goes in motion from left to right, and they hand the football off to McGew. That's Quinn McGew, his first carry. He was in for Blitz Benteen, runs into the heart of the defense, maybe to the 40-yard line. Picks up about 2, second down, it is 8 yards to go.
Yeah, nice carry there by McGew. Just a little different look with Blitz Benteen out, but giving it to the fullback. And as I say that, Blitz Benteen's trotting back out there. I think they're going to get him to the 40, so that's going to be a gain of 3 for McGew.
So positive yardage there. Quinn McGew would be a starter on just about any team at fullback. And it's nice to have that depth as he has been positive for them in his limited carries this year. So first down, 10 yards to go. He's got 16 carries and 4 touchdowns out of those 16 carries coming in. Second down, 7 yards to go. Double wing set. Powell goes in motion. They run the football with Blitz Benteen, and that ball was almost taken away from Blitz Benteen as he got the handoff from Driscoll, and he is immediately hit in the backfield. Fortunate to hang on to it. There is no gain. Number 55 in Quentin Rocha making the play. A loss of 2. Third down, 9 yards to go.
Yeah, that was blown up from the beginning. So West Branch doing a nice job getting into the backfield, recognizing where Blitz Benteen was. The carry out, the fake carried out by Powell, nobody picked him up. So they may look to run that play again and give it to the second guy.
Third down, it's long for the Bulldogs at their own 39-yard line. Third down, 9 yards to go. A receiver to the right in hat. Blitz Benteen in the backfield, and Powell is to his right, and Driscoll to throw the football, rolling out right side. Driscoll throws it, looking for McElwain, knocked away by Kinnick. Belk jumped the passing lane on the near sideline at the 50-yard line, just inside the numbers. Outstanding coverage. McElwain was open, but great closing speed by Kinnick Belk.
Yeah, Kinnick Belk doing a nice job of recognizing that play as it was developing, and Driscoll rolling out to his right. They like to do that with him, give him some time, give him some space, but no going there. Fourth down, the Bulldogs are going to have to punt this away.
MFL MarMac to launch it away. The rain has let up a little bit, but still a steady sheet of rain falling. Fourth down, 8 yards to go. Schlee to punt for the third time tonight. And you have Kinnick Belk back to receive, along with Carver Belk. Carver Belk near side at the 30-yard line. Kinnick Belk on the far side. Bulldogs, the play clock is at 25 seconds. They're in good shape. And Schlee stands back at the 25-yard line to launch it away. There is the snap back, and Schlee able to launch it away. Good high kick, and that ball's going to go over the head of Belk. Kinnick Belk enrolls inside the 15, goes down to the 10-yard line, and it's down there. Schlee with his best punt, likely of the season. That is a punt that goes a total of 52 yards and no return. And West Branch starts over at their own 10-yard line, their worst starting field position.
Yeah, that was a huge special teams play there for the Bulldogs. Flipped the field a little bit. Once it got over the Belk boys' head, it just kind of kept rolling, and MFL finally touches it on the 10. This is dangerous because MFL MarMac does a great job defensively when they can pin people deep in their own territory.
7:58 left in the opening act. Bulldogs lead 8-6. For West Branch, you run pistol formation. Henson now moves to the left of the quarterback Hughes. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Quick hit play right side. The ball was actually deflected by Powell, but still got to the receiver. It's caught on the far side, but no gain. And I believe catching it on the far side was number 2 in Carver Belk. It is second down. It is 10 yards to go. So did they rule that it was incomplete?
I think they said it was incomplete. It was tipped at the line, and Belk had to go down and get it. I don't think he got it. I think that was a
judging by the
drop ball.
clock, the fact that it stopped, I would agree with you. Second down, 10 yards to go. Receiver split left and right, and they run the football with Henson left side. He's to the 10-yard line, but quickly closed down. Blitz Benteen. Also there is Hersman up front. Hersman slowed things down. It is a gain of maybe a yard. Third down, 9 yards to go now here for the Bears.
Yeah, that hole closed quickly because Henson wasn't hitting it real fast. A little slower developing that time, and nice job by the Bulldogs pursuing third and long.
Third down, 9 yards to go. Receiver split left and right. Henson moves to the left of the quarterback Hughes. Bulldogs going to look like they're going to be blitz, and they run it with Henson, and he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They brought run blitz that time. McElwain tripped him up front. It is maybe a yard, and the Bulldogs, after a great punt by Schlee, force a 3-and-out and figure to get great field position here.
Yeah, that punt was huge because now you have a quick stop. They don't gain much on their series, and West Branch has to punt this away. MFL MarMac's looking to get in great field position, maybe set up some kind of return here for Radloff. Hopefully no flags.
Henson does the punting, averages 37 yards per punt, stands back inside his own 5-yard line. Radloff at midfield. Henson has the punt blocked, and it goes out of the back of the end zone. It's a safety. It is blocked by the Bulldogs. They now lead 10-6 as they came rushing through the middle. I believe Blitz Benteen, one of the first ones there, and the special teams contributes. That's a deuce. They lead by 4.
That was huge because they get the point, and now West Branch has to kick it back to them again. They're going to start another offensive series. That was a huge play. Nice job by Carver Blitz Benteen getting through. That's just a momentum booster for the Bulldogs. And a crushing blow for the Bears.
And the ball ricocheted and just about hit the upright as it goes out of bounds on the fly. The only thing that would have been better is if that ball would have laid down in the end zone for MFL MarMac. So they'll take the 2, and they'll take the receiving kickoff here from West Branch.
Yeah, West Branch now, they'll have to regroup because they're going to have a free kick, give the ball back to the Bulldogs, and their defense is going to have to find a way to slow down these Bulldogs. They're going to have a lot of momentum coming back out.
We talked about special teams. That was going to be a difference in this ball game, and right now it's the edge for MFL MarMac. Schlee's punt, remember, sets up this field position.
Yeah, Schlee's 52-yard punt was huge, and the defense stepped up for the Bulldogs and shut the Bears down, forced their punt, and just not able to get that off. Kind of that rugby-style punt and not able to get it off in time, and Blitzbentine did a nice job.
So now you have West Branch to launch it away from the 20-yard line. So MFL MarMac here. Decker is standing back at the 30-yard line along there with Powell, but I would think they would move up a little bit as they will be kicking the ball off from the 20-yard line. So it will be number 28, and that is Federlin to launch it away, and he'll kick it off the tee from the 20-yard line. But MFL MarMac figures to get good field position here. 6:43 left in the half. They lead 10-6. So from the 20-yard line, can the Bulldogs start midfield, maybe a little better? Federlin again stands at the 20-yard line as the ball does, and he's ready to launch it away. High kick, and this is a good kick. Powell comes up and catches it near side 30-yard line, brings it to the 40-yard line, returns it inside West Branch territory to the 50-yard line, brought down to the 45-yard line, 25-yard return, tackled there by Kinnick Belk, and the Bulldogs take over. First down, 10 yards to go at the 45-yard line, leading by a score of 10-6.
Yeah, nice return there. Great field position again here for the Bulldogs. Let's see what they can dial up as the rain picks up once again. No longer a sheet of rain. It's coming down pretty heavy.
So first down, 10 yards to go. Bulldogs, again, this is where you figure they were going to probably get it before the safety. So
yeah, they were expecting to get it midfield, but now they've got the extra 2 points, some momentum, and they got the ball back.
First down, 10 yards to go. Allard is at an end on the right side. Double wing set. Powell to the right. He goes in motion to the left. They run it with Blitzbentine, trying to bounce outside. Nothing there, and he is quickly has the legs taken out from underneath him as number 72, Aiden Dingbaum, closed that running lane to the left side. Blitzbentine tried to actually duck underneath him back towards the middle. Maybe forward progress of a half a yard to the 44.5-yard line. Second down, closer to 10.
Blitzbentine trying to plant that foot and try to get underneath that tackle. And with the conditions we've got, the rain that they had here earlier today in West Branch, there's just no way he's going to be able to plant and make that cut.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Bulldogs operating from near the middle of the field. Christofferson is the receiver to the right side. Double wing set once again. Powell goes in motion from right to left. Right back to Blitzbentine. Not much. Again, right at the heart of the defense up front, and West Branch will have none of it. Logan Wright among the Bears making the play. Third down. It is 10 yards to go. Lost that half a yard he just worked so hard to gain.
Yeah, Logan Wright for the Bears, 28 tackles this year, 17 solo. He's also got 6 sacks, so he knows how to get through that first wave and pick up that runner, and did a nice job stopping Blitzbentine. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Inside 5.5 left in our first half, a 3rd and long situation. The Bulldogs not in 4-down territory here, though that may depend on this play. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Allard moves out to the slot. Double wing set once again on 3rd and 10. In motion is going to be a Radloff. Gets the handoff on the jet sweep right side. Radloff brings it down to the 40-yard line. Picks up 5 yards around right end. He was in there for Decker. Picks up 5 yards. It is 4th down and 5 yards to go from the 40-yard line, and this is an interesting decision now for MFL MarMac.
And you think with the way they've been playing, they may just come out here and go, let's try to pick this up, and in worst-case scenario, at least West Branch is in their own territory.
They have always erred on the side of being aggressive.
They
have been an aggressive team since Coach Anderson's return here at MFL MarMac. It is 4th down, 5 yards to go, and it appears they're going to be going for it from the 40-yard line. Hackett is a receiver to the right. 4th down, 5 yards to go. Driscoll with him under center, maybe just trying to get the Bears to jump, and they do! Jumping off the left side of the line is number 56, and I believe that MFL MarMac took a timeout. Coach Anderson is living on the sideline there, that they took a timeout as they entered the neutral zone. So it is not a penalty. Timeout on the field. We'll talk more about it right after this break. 10-6, Bulldogs in the lead.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m.
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Havlicek Trucking in Monona, The St. Olaf Tavern, Nathan Welch Excavating Inc. in Monona, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business Crop Farm and Life, and by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear Screen Printing Embroidery and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Fourth down, 5 yards to go. The Bulldogs go for it. They snap it to, once again, Driscoll, who hands it to Wyatt Powell, brings it around left end, makes a defender miss inside the 35-yard line, brought it down to the 31-yard line. They convert on 4th and 5 on a 9-yard run by Wyatt Powell. The good news is our radio audience had no idea we missed the play. Our video audience,
they knew exactly what was happening. Yeah, no big loss there. A gain of enough to get the first down for the Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs stay aggressive on 4th and 5. Meanwhile, first down, 10 yards to go. They run the football. Blitz Benteen goes left side, maybe a yard. On the dive play left side, it is 2nd down, 9 yards to go. The 4th and 5 play, MFL MarMac trying to bite them off sides there, but I believe the sideline called the timeout. And right before the offside.
And I don't know, was it Coach Anderson who called it? Because he looked so upset on the sideline. They got the play, but they had already called the timeout. The official right on top of that. So they had to convert 4th down.
And then how about the Bulldogs still going after it?
Going for it, picking it up, continue the drive.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. They operate from the left hash mark, and they send Decker in motion, gets the handoff, jet sweep around right side. Decker brings it down to the 25-yard line. Good positive yardage there. You had Hersman leading the way off that right side, and then coming up from the secondary to make the stop there is, once again, Carver Belk. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. They pick up 6 yards by Decker around right end.
Yeah, nice gain there by Decker. Again, patience by the Bulldogs, waiting for those blockers to come and lead the way for them, kind of following their hip, and a nice lead block there by the lineman.
So 3rd down, now you're definitely 4-down territory to the 25-yard line. 2:45 and counting in our first half. Bulldogs lead 10-6. And again, you have Powell now in the backfield with Blitz Benteen. He gets the handoff left side. They pull the guard. He brings it down to the 20-yard line. 1st down yardage. Breaks a tackle. Goes inside the 15-yard line. And finally brought down to the 14. Powell is earning his yardage tonight. It looked like it was going to be good enough for 1st down yardage. He adds on 5 more. And Corbin McElwain was the pulling guard on the right side there who brought it over to the left and led the way.
Yeah, and just a huge gain there. They're on the 25. They're down to the 14 here. So 11 yards by Powell on a strong carry. And the weight of the team is on him right now. He's just kind of carrying them downfield.
So we're down to the 14-yard line. It is 1st down, 10 yards to go. Still plenty of time for the Bulldogs to work with as we approach the 2-minute mark. Double wing set in motion is Radloff. Gets the handoff, hit in the backfield, and he's going to lose yardage. Number 50 shooting through up front in Reese Trepanier. It's a loss of about 5 back to the 20-yard line. The jet sweep to the right didn't get going because somebody plugged things up front there for West Branch.
Yeah, West Branch plugging up those holes and letting that second wave get through. And I can't even say his name. Trepanier getting through and making a really nice tackle there.
2nd down, 15 yards to go, a loss of 5. Remember, West Branch gets the ball to start the second half. So the Bulldogs leading 10-6. Would love to finish the half with a score. Decker moves in the backfield to the slot. Actually, a wingback on the left side. McElwain at tight end. They run the football with Powell. They pull the guard and tackle. Powell trying to go around left side. Gets back that original yardage. Inside the 15-yard line, they push the pile ahead around left end. Down to the 11-yard line. Positive yardage by Powell. 3rd down, probably closer to 7 yards to go for MFL MarMac. 1 minute and counting in this second quarter.
Yeah, and MFL MarMac definitely wants to finish this off with points. No need to be rushed yet, but they want to make sure they finish this off in the end zone, be secure with the ball, with the conditions, and make sure you're driving forward, falling forward, pick up that 1st down.
To the 11-yard line. Receiver hat split out wide. They send Powell in motion. He gets the handoff right side, trying to bounce to the corner. Hit in the backfield. He'll get to the 10. There's a flag down. May have a block in the back, perhaps, as Powell couldn't get to the edge. It has been a well-played football game. Haven't seen a lot of penalties, but as he tried to go around right side, West Branch did not let him get inside the 10-yard line, and he probably goes a long distance from left to right and no gain. But let's sort out our penalty.
Well, and, West Branch is going to take
It's
this.
a face mask penalty against West Branch. So that is it's a 5-yard face mask penalty there. So Powell, they got up on Powell's face mask. So instead of 4th down and 7 yards to go, they will move this here down inside the 10-yard line to the 8-yard line. And it is still 3rd down for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, still 3rd down, but manageable here. And again, MFL MarMac wants to punch this in here with under a minute to play in our first half.
41 seconds. The clock is stopped. Bulldogs still have 3 timeouts. Clock not an issue. They operate from just off the right hash mark. Leading 10-6. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Powell in motion from right to left. Gets the handoff. Try to go left side. Brings it over the middle. He's inside the 5. Stays on his feet. Powell goes in for the score. Touchdown. Got it. Powell muscles in from 8 yards out. What an impressive drive for the Bulldogs. They now lead 16-6. Powell with his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
Yeah, an 8-yard carry there for Powell to put it into the end zone, and that was just a huge score for the Bulldogs to put this to 2 scores before they go into a half.
By the way, it's the first rushing touchdown for Powell. He got stopped at the 1 in the first quarter.
He got stopped at the 1. Blitzpentine finished that
so
one off.
So Powell, the 8-yard run, and it is now 16-6 with 33 seconds to go. In the second quarter, the MFL MarMac has really controlled things this second quarter.
They have. Both sides of the ball, special teams, they've been winning every aspect here in the second quarter.
Going to try to put them up by 12 points here with 33.9 to go. They'll go for the conversion. They run the football with Powell. Nothing around right side. Hit in the backfield. The conversion fails. 33.9 to go in our first half. Bulldogs 16, Bears 6. You're listening to Bulldog Football from KCTN Sports.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to protect your dream home. And with equipment breakdown coverage, we'll also protect the things that keep your dream home running. So if you experience a sudden mechanical or electrical breakdown in your home, you're covered. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
Refer to policy for equipment breakdown covered losses, deductible limitations, and exclusions. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
MFL MarMac leads 16-6. It is Powell, a 8-yard touchdown run. The conversion fails. 33.9 seconds to go in our half. MFL MarMac Superintendent Dale Crozier will be our halftime guest tonight. And we'll take a commercial break right at the end of our second quarter. Then be joined by Mr. Crozier. Jones to launch it away. It is a short kick, and that is Kinnick Belk at the 20-yard line. Brings it across the middle of the field out to the 30-yard line. Steps out to the 35-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. West Branch does have 2 timeouts here, I believe, to work with, and 28.2 seconds to go. The rain has let up a little bit, but most of this has been played in a steady downpour tonight in West Branch. Seen a few, hands of the ball slipping a little bit, but really, I think it is both these teams have handled things well.
They have. We gave kudos to the ball boys on the sidelines with the towels and the garbage bags. Everybody's trying to keep things dry. It's just hard with all this water coming down.
So for West Branch, Hughes, and they bring another lineman in from the sideline. And Hughes gets the play there from his lineman in number 55, and that was Quentin Rocha bringing the play in. First down, 10 yards to go, offset formation in the backfield. And on 1st and 10, West Branch from the 35-yard line, they run the football left side and hit in the backfield. Carrying the football was Kinnick Belk, and he's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss by Deal back inside the 30-yard line. So Deal busted through on the right side. And if you remember, West Branch scored on 2 plays in the first quarter, but the Bulldogs have certainly adjusted.
Yeah, the defense has really adjusted, and with the no receivers on that formation, they really loaded up the box, and West Branch they're not gonna snap it again.
So the first half comes to an end. MFL MarMac leads number 1 West Branch at the half, 16-6. When we return, first half stats, our halftime interview coming up You're listening to Bulldog Football from KCTN Sports.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa-themed and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beers. Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store joins Perk Central at 7 Goethe Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's Greenacre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place, Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Canalcor Fuller Covering in Monona, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Quillen's Quality Food serving Northeast Iowa, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, Furniture Showcase and Allwine, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. At the half, MFL MarMac leads 16-6. West Branch scored in 2 plays to start the ball game. MFL MarMac answering, getting a touchdown in the second quarter there on a blitz Benteen 1-yard run, blocked a punt out of the end zone for a safety, and then Powell on an 8-yard run, and the Bulldogs lead 16-6 at the half. Our halftime guest tonight, we're joined by MFL MarMac Superintendent Dale Crozier. Coach, I say coach because I'm sorry. I've interviewed all the coaches from MFL MarMac, so we're just continuing with. But now you're not a coach.
No,
you've done some coaching though, right?
Right. And I just want to say that what an exciting game! Wow, what an exciting game that this is, and the rain's coming down, and this is just so awesome to be ahead 16-6 and have a chance to go to the Dome. I'm just. So into the game right now. It's going to be hard for me to talk about anything else.
You had a little work to get ready for this game. Is that right?
Oh yeah, we had I had 25 rooms reserved at 8 o'clock. Let's see. It's a little after 8 right now, isn't it? They terminated at 8. So I had to do some negotiating today with some people in some hotels in Iowa City, and to get them all to agree to the situation. We got a couple that were across the street over by the Coral Ridge Mall,
sure.
And I went and I drove there and checked them out and talked to them and had it all ready. And at 8 o'clock, it turned into a pumpkin. So now we got to hope that But there's no football game, so no Iowa football game.
So everything's open.
So I think we'll be okay, but it looks like we're going to be all right.
And part of this was obviously the weather. In case we got delayed, postponed, something like that.
You got to always have, plan A and plan B and plan C, and that's what you got to have. And I'm just glad that we don't have to execute any of them.
So far. Yeah. All right. So now let's talk about the school year. How's the school year going here?
Oh, it's going fantastic. Our school culture is good. Our academics are strong. Everything we've got, our finances are good. So we're in a good place for me to hand the baton off.
Let's talk about that, handing a baton on. I know you made an announcement at the last board meeting.
Right. Yeah, I made an announcement, and the board knew this. I was going to resign in October, and the reason I did that is so that they can have a year. I think when I've been superintendent 22 years, and I think that they need the time to make a diligent search so that we can keep the ball rolling in the right direction, or in a different direction. Sure. I mean, actually, there's a good opportunity, you know, a lot of times when I came to MFL MarMac, we had about 1,100 students, and now we have 830, but we dipped down to 750, 60 at one time. And so I had to deal with a lot of, you know, very kind of pragmatic things, just kind of where the rubber meets the road. And then we had the pandemic, and the new superintendent's going to have a lot of opportunity, I think, to focus on, you know, maybe more of our dreams than just, you know, managing declining enrollment, et cetera.
So let me ask you this then. What are you most proud of here over 22 years?
Oh, well, I'm just proud of our students, and I'm just proud to have an opportunity to be in such a fantastic, awesome school district. That's mostly what I'm proud of. I'm proud of the communities and how they've all worked together, and how they, you know, there's 5 communities, and there's actually 5 independent school districts if you go back 50 years through the history of school reorganization, and they've all just worked together very well to put the best foot forward for our students, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the focus has been there. The other thing is, I think we ask a lot of superintendents, principals, stuff like that, but when things go well in the fall sports season, doesn't it really make the school year go better?
You know, it does. And I've been, you know, on the other side of that for quite a few years, where we, you know, struggled to win 3 games, and you know, but I mean, it's yes, however, everything fits together. Everything, and you know, you can't in a school, when you're running a school and trying to create a culture, you can't jump up and down over every victory, and you can't cry over every loss. You got to kind of keep a cool head in all situations. And so those years where we had strong school years really every year. Yeah. Really, it's a nice. I'm just happy for our football team. I'm happy for Coach Anderson. I'm happy for these kids. We had 2 different kids score. We had a blocked punt. Yeah. We've had so much talent, and you know, I know that West Branch is going to they're going to come out. They have a well tenured, very you know, good coach, and they're going to adjust, and we're going to need to be ready to play in the second half.
Let me ask you this on the sports thing as well. There was a lot of talk of the Upper Iowa Conference. What's the direction this team wants in, this team wants out?
Yeah, I don't, you know, that whole thing is.
Where are we at?
I don't know. I don't think we're anywhere. I mean, so there was a couple teams that we sent letters to. You know, the Northeast Iowa Conference, they sent letters out to everyone, and we sent letters to everyone, and we're kind of at a standstill, and that's okay. Yeah. I think our conference is actually okay. You know, it's always in flux, and there's always going to be teams coming in and coming out, but right now I would say we're just kind of in flux. I do serve on the Iowa High School Athletic Association as a representative council member, and we, you know, in the very end, the Iowa High School Athletic Association, the Board of Control, which I'm not a member of, but they can make a decision and assign conferences. You know, they can do that. So.
Right, because we've seen that where teams have petitioned to get in, not in, and the state says, "Oh, you're in."
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, so still some work to do yet this school year.
Oh
right?
Yeah, you know, and the whole resignation thing. The whole reason I did that was not to, you know, I mean, actually, it would be nice to, you know, hold your cards close and not resign until March, but that wouldn't be fair. That would have been a selfish act, I think. I think by doing this early, that gives the board and the community a whole year to replace me. And I think when an administrator leaves, if they've been in a place a long time, I think they need to consider making the announcement early so that the board has an opportunity to act.
You know, I've had a lot of administration friends that told me usually about 10 years is as long as you can stay, because you end up, by that point, 5% of the people every year.
Oh, it's more like 15%. You upset you know.
But 22 years, you're doing something.
So I've probably upset about 300% of the people. But what I try to do is I try to build bridges. You don't always have to agree, and I think one of the things that's wrong with our world is people don't know how to have discourse, and they don't really know how to agree to disagree. And I think there's a way that you can do that, and I work really hard to try to create discourse and try to explain the reasons for what we do and why we do what we do, and I think that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Thanks for joining us here at the half.
I appreciate it.
Good luck in the second half here, huh?
Yeah, go Bulldogs.
MFL MarMac leading at the half, 16-6. Dale Crozier, MFL MarMac superintendent.
Thanks a lot. And by the way, you do a fantastic job.
Thank you.
When I came here 22 years ago, first thing I heard was you announcing a baseball game that went into 14 innings with MFL MarMac and I think Turkey Valley.
That could very well be.
I think it was.
We appreciate that. We appreciate all your help. Again, the Bulldog superintendent, Dale Crozier, our halftime guest. Bulldogs enjoying the lead here at West Branch in this quarterfinal, 16-6. When we return, first half stats, second half action. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa-themed and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beers. Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store joins Perk Central at 7 Goethe Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's Greenacre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. And E.H. Cruz, attorney at law, McGregor. Allen Real Estate Company with offices in Monona, Strawberry Point, and Guttenberg. Monona Veterinary Hospital. T-Scatter Lawn Care, serving Northeast Iowa. Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And by KAR Auto Group. MFL MarMac leads 16-6 at the half. West Branch scored in 2 plays. When they touched the football after MFL MarMac went 3 and out, that was Henson, a 37-yard run. The PAT was blocked. West Branch led 6-0, and that was a great start for the Bears. But on the next drive, MFL MarMac was able to get a stop defensively. Bulldogs answered. Blitz Benteen scored on a 1-yard run. Decker at the conversion run there was good, so that made it 8-6. Then the Bears had that drive inside the 20-yard line, had converted a 4th down, but fumbled the football, turned it over inside the 20-yard line. MFL MarMac was able to switch field position on the punt by Schlee, block punt out of the end zone, gives the Bulldogs 2 points. They lead 10-6. They score in the final minute of the first half. Powell on an 8-yard run. Did not give West Branch much time to work with. West Branch runs a final play and lets the half come to an end. And the Bulldogs lead 16-6. Let's go to the totals, and let's start with MFL MarMac.
Powell's got 9 carries, 90 yards, 10 carries for Blitz Benteen, 23 yards. Decker's got 3 carries, 14 yards. Driscoll has 1 carry, no yards. McGew has a carry for 3 yards. Radloff has 2 carries, -1 yards. So they've got 20 carries, 129 yards of offense. Powell and Blitz Benteen with those 2 touchdowns. Driscoll's thrown the ball 3 times, no completions. Blitz Benteen has thrown that 1 halfback option pass, no completions. So 129 yards of offense for the Bulldogs.
Let's go to the totals now for the Bears.
For the Bears, Andy Henson leading the way, 10 carries, 77 yards, including that touchdown. 4 carries for Hughes, 22 yards. Belks carried it twice, -7 yards, so 92 yards rushing on 16 carries. Hughes has 1 completion on 3 attempts for 11 yards. That was to Kinnick Belk, so they have 103 offense and 6 points here in the first half.
The thing is that we mentioned during the pregame is how good West Branch is defensively. They had not given up 100 yards rushing in any ball game this season. MFL MarMac in the first half over that.
Yeah, and Powell's on pace to go well over 100 yards. So interesting how that happened. You know, limited the Bulldogs a little bit. They've had pretty big first halves, but I think the difference is in the points up the board.
And MFL MarMac defensively able to make some adjustments after that opening drive.
Yeah, Henson really kind of set the tone, and MFL MarMac has adjusted, put some more guys in the box, and are really reading their offensive sets very well.
Remember, the Bears get the ball to start the second half, and you know what this team can do offensively.
Yeah, they're a powerful team. They're undefeated for, there's a reason that they're undefeated, and they're going to come out, ball of fire. They're going to take that first drive and try to establish something. Bulldog defense has to be ready to go.
We'll take take a break. When we return, second half action. MFL MarMac leads at the half 16-6. You're listening to Playoff Football from KCTN.com and also KCTN FM 100.1, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa. And thanks for those folks joining us on the NFHS Network tonight, the National Federation of High School Network, where you can catch West Branch as well as MFL MarMac games. Back with more after this. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be. Check us out online at 4browns.com.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Allen Roofing and Construction in Wausau Homes, your one-stop shop for all your construction needs, Elite DJ Service in Monona, the Loena Tap, home of the award-winning Philly, Chad Hoschild Logging in Farmersburg, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, and by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. At the half, MFL MarMac leads 16-6, about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. All right, let's start first off with West Branch. You're down by 10 here. It's a situation you really haven't been in this season, but you know what you can do offensively. Obviously, the rain, and it continues to fall hard, makes throwing the ball a little tougher tonight. But you may see them go to the air a little bit more this second half.
You might. They're going to try to establish something. I don't think they're in a do-or-die situation, but they sure would like to put a score up right now, get this down to a one-possession ball game. But MFL MarMac's defense is going to have to come out and try to stop whatever they try to establish.
All right, for MFL MarMac this second half, I think offensively you really found your footing.
I think so. You know, they're going to have to keep going to blitz Benteen to keep everybody honest. We haven't seen Decker super involved yet, so I look to see them try to bring him end around, but a steady diet of Powell, and he's been effective, and until they stop that, you keep going to that well.
The Bears had a big offensive play. That was the touchdown run from Henson. MFL MarMac, their big offensive play was the run by Powell, which set them up for their first touchdown. So, again, both teams have really limited the big plays.
They have, you know, and MFL MarMac has kind of lived by those big plays, and we haven't seen a lot of that tonight. So I'm curious to see if we do see any big plays or if this weather becomes more of a factor here in the second half.
And for the most part, I think these kids, both these teams, have handled things well, the elements that they're playing in tonight.
Yeah, field conditions have been, you know, they're wet, and both teams are dealing with that. But as far as handling the ball and holding on to things, they've been doing really, really well.
And you can see in the middle of the field as things are starting to really get worn down in the middle of the field where most of the action is taking place. So the Bulldogs to launch it away to start the second half. They have made the announcement, by the way, that if you are on the sitting up there watching the ball game in your vehicle, shut off your lights. They made that announcement. We've seen that a couple of times.
Or if you're listening to us in your vehicle, still turn off your lights.
Right. And you better be listening on the app down here at West Branch. Signal's not that strong. So we wait for the clock to be reset here, and I think somebody still has their lights.
Somebody's got their lights on. They're waiting.
That is the only downfall. Otherwise, this is a great setup. You don't understand why they call it the Little Rose Bowl the way it sets.
Yeah, it's a pretty setting here. I'd love to see it without the rain, but you know, it's still a great setting for high school
Just
football.
a block off of Main Street here in West Branch. We're away from the school, middle of town. It's a good night for high school football, and the Bulldogs leading 16-6. So Jones to launch it away from the 40-yard line as the second half getting ready to get underway, with Belk to receive there in Carver Belk along with Kinnick Belk. And good kick there. It is picked up there, fumbled at the 12-yard line, but picked up immediately there by Kinnick Belk. And he brings it up the middle. He's across the 25-yard line to the 30, out to the 35-yard line, and brought down at the 38-yard line. Kinnick Belk with a nice return after dropping the ball at the 10-yard line. 28-yard return, and the Bears, trailing 16-6, have 1st and 10. They'll take over at their own 38-yard line. Nice return.
Yeah, nice return. They've had good field position all night long, starting near midfield all night.
1st down, 10 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left. In the backfield now is number 3 in Seidel, who gets a handoff left side. Seidel gets to the 40-yard line. The legs quickly taken out from underneath him by Carter Decker coming up in run support at the 40-yard line. Have you noticed this change here? Is that the running back there in Andy Henson not out here to start the second half?
No, he's not, and I'm looking for him on the sideline.
He's on the sidelines there.
And he's standing over here behind the
coaches.
coaches. Yeah, so different personnel out there to start this half.
So 2nd down, 9 yards to go. You don't know if it's a concussion type thing. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Hughes runs the option, sprints right side, cuts inside the 45-yard line, leans ahead, has 1st down yardage to the 49-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go. So, again, you still have a very capable backup there in Seidel, who has a couple of rushing touchdowns this year. But in particular, you may see more of Ty Hughes running the football there for West Branch.
Yeah, you definitely might see that quarterback keep it a little more this time.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Seidel moves to the right, and on 1st and 10, they run the football with Seidel. Seidel gets to the outside 45-yard line, and Seidel's in the open. He's inside the 35-yard line and down the far sideline. 30, 20, 10, gone, touchdown, got it. So Seidel with a 50-yard run, and he comes off the bench, and there's a big play for the Bears. 16-12 as they score on the opening drive.
And we just talked about, a change of personnel and what's going to go on, and right there he says, hey, I'm a junior, but I can do just as much out there. I can put another score on the board, and that was a huge play, a huge answer for the Bears to start this second half.
So that is his 3rd touchdown of the season, and he did a great job getting through the hole on the right side. So now they will try the PAT at this point and try to make it a 3-point game. But that is a huge break there for, once again, West Branch scoring on their opening drive. And to try the PAT will be number 28 in Federland. So there is the spot from Rios. The spot is down. The kick is up. It is high enough. It is long enough. Put it on the board. A minute into our 3rd quarter. There's a flag down. The PAT is good, but it's 16-13. West Branch in the lead. Back with more. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports. Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Gothenburg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
At Top Gun Collision Center, we see that the insurance companies want you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take pictures, upload them, and you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Bob at Top Gun has over 35 years dealing with insurance companies. We write an accurate estimate. We take the photos. We deal with the insurance company to make sure your vehicle is repaired right. Let Bob and the guys at Top Gun use their 30-plus years of experience to take all the worries out of your repairs. Ask about Top Gun's community and veteran discount programs. Call Top Gun today at 563-964-9899.
MFL MarMac, a penalty on the PAT running into the kicker, by the way. So that means West Branch will kick off from the 45-yard line. But Seidel got to the right side and used his speed down that far sideline for West Branch.
And we talk about the quickness of the Bulldogs. Seidel showing the Jets there once he got into the open, just pulling away, and nobody was going to catch him before he got to that end zone.
Federland's PAT makes it 16-13, and we have played a minute 4 in our 3rd quarter. So West Branch, just like they did to start the ball game, there's a couple of plays. And there is again a touchdown.
Yeah, big score out of them and a good start.
Back to receive is Decker. Way back. It is a short kick to the up back that goes at the 20-yard line. Sliding down at the 18-yard line is Schlee on that far sideline. Just went down. Slides down. He'll pick it up there, and actually that's where they'll take over. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 18-yard line. In these conditions, you understand Schlee just being smart there. I'm going to slide underneath it, down right there. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just want to make sure, maintain possession, hold on to the ball, give the offense a chance to get something started here, and now they have to answer. It's a one-score ball game. Anything could happen here with the weather conditions and the slipperiness of the ball. They need to take care of the football.
Steady rain falling. We don't necessarily have the sheets. We have a steady rain falling, continuing. First down, 10 yards to go for the Bulldogs, just inside their own 20-yard line. They operate from the left hash mark, and Driscoll to throw the football, rolling out right. Driscoll throws it, looking deep there for Christofferson. Actually, it's Decker, catches it at midfield, and here's Decker in the open near side. 40, 30, 20, 10, gone, touchdown, got it. An 80-yard touchdown reception, 81 yards to be exact. And MFL MarMac answers with a big play. Decker rolling out to the right on the feed from Driscoll, catches it at midfield and outraces everybody. Bulldogs lead 22-13.
What an answer by the Bulldogs. Buried kind of deep, a little down, and all of a sudden they said, we can answer this. Decker catches it midfield, makes a guy miss, and he scampers in for an 81-yard touchdown.
We mentioned that both teams had really only given up one big play in the first half, and here we are. We have played a minute 18, and each team has given up a big play.
Each team has a big play.
And MFL MarMac goes up by 2 scores. So here is your conversion for MFL MarMac. And Decker goes in motion from right to left, gets the handoff jet sweep, trying to get left side. He's able to stroll in left side, reaches over for the conversion. Decker around left end. MFL MarMac 24, West Branch 13. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Havlicek Trucking in Monona, The St. Olaf Tavern, Nathan Welch Excavating Inc. in Monona, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business Crop Farm and Life, and by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear Screen Printing Embroidery and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. So it's 24-13, 81-yard reception. Decker there from Driscoll. The conversion run by Decker, and they now lead by 11. So Jones to launch it away from the 40-yard line. They rolled out Driscoll to the right, and similar to the play they ran last week, which was for 15 yards, and then Decker scored it free. But this one a little deeper down the field at midfield.
Yeah, they ran Christofferson up the side, but Decker came across the middle.
Jones, line drive, bounces it on the ground there as it rolls up to the 25-yard line, picked up there by Belk, and Seidel rather, brings it up to the hash mark across the 30, out to the 32-yard line, first down, 10 yards to go. Here we have yet to play 90 seconds in our third quarter. Both teams have a score, but the Bulldogs back up by double digits.
Yeah, that was a huge answer, a big play by Decker, a nice pass by Driscoll, middle of the field, able to break free and finish that off. The defense has got to, stiffen up again for both of these teams because those were a couple of big plays on both sides.
First down, 10 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right. Hughes works out a pistol formation. Seidel moves over to the right. And on first down, 10 yards to go, they run it with Seidel. Right side steps his way to the 35-yard line. Similar to the last play they ran there, but that time a better job up front by MFL MarMac in the hole there. And you had, I believe, making the play Hersman up front. A pickup of 3, second down, 7 yards to go. And again, the Bears quickly up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a little tempo here, trying to increase the pace of this game.
Second down, 7 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left. And on second down, they are going to throw the football. Slant play. The ball is thrown behind. May have been deflected at the line. Hughes tried to go a slant play up the left hash mark. The intended receiver was Arnaman, but it is incomplete. It is third down, 7 yards to go. I don't know if that ball just did not come out right.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was going well from the get-go. But, we talked about different personnel out there. Hence Johnson's on the sideline, and I don't know if he's hurt, but he's still got his helmet on. So I'm curious to see if we'll see him again. But Seidel is the guy right now. And
both hands are inside his shoulder pads there as he sits on the sideline. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Seidel moves to the right of Hughes, a 3rd and long, and Seidel is going to run it right side. He's got a hole, brings it across the 45-yard line. He's in the open, 50-yard line, spins ahead, gets down to the 47-yard line. Christofferson makes a stop. If he gets by him, it's bigger yardage. They run the read option to the right, and Hughes brings it inside Bulldog territory.
Yeah, that was a nice read by Hughes, just faking it to Seidel. They were keying on him, and he's able to get a nice gain there for a first down.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. They convert the 3rd and long. Down to the 46-yard line, 2 receivers to the right. Seidel moves to the right of Hughes. Hughes again goes to Seidel, hit in the backfield, and Hersman greets him there and drops him down at the line of scrimmage. There is no gain. It is 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, nice stop there by Hersman. The defensive line for the Bulldogs kind of stepping up now, realizing they're pounding it down our throats. We got to stop something.
You see Hughes now a little more involved in the running game. Remember, he has rushed for good numbers this year. Over 400 yards now on the season. 2nd down, 10 yards to go at the 46-yard line. Hughes loses the football, picks it up, and it's drilled by Allert. Loses yardage to the 48-yard line, back inside their own territory. Hughes went to throw the slant, and the ball just slipped out of his hands. Really, again, problems with the grip, and the ball is so wet. It is 3rd down and 15 yards to go.
Yeah, that ball just slipped out. There was nothing else going on there besides a wet ball. Not able to get a grip on it, and luckily to get back on top of that.
That is really the first time tonight we've seen just problems hanging on to the football there. 3rd down, 15 yards to go. Back inside their own territory at the 49-yard line. 4 receivers to throw the football is Hughes. Hughes goes left side. The pass is caught, but just inside MFL MarMac territory by Arnaman, who is quickly tackled there by the opposite number 4 in Allert. They only pick up about 2 on that completed pass to the 48-yard line. It'll be 4th down for West Branch.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt this away. There's no way they can go for it here. They are at midfield, but a lot of room to go. Deep 4th down, and they're going to punt this away.
Excellent job there. MFL MarMac brought blitz, and Hughes dumped it left side to at least get positive yardage, but it's 4th and 12. So now this also brings in a new punter, and number 33 is into the ballgame, and Nolan Staker. And Staker gets up a punt that bounces inside the 30-yard line, settles down right at the 23-yard line. As a matter of fact, it bounced there at the 23, and it is quickly down by number 62 in Lodge. And it's a 27-yard punt with no return. 1st down, 10 yards to go for MFL MarMac, and they take over at their own 23-yard line, leading 24-13.
Well, you saw that first play the second play, in this half. West Branch was able to score, and you thought, they're going to get the momentum back. MFL MarMac is playing with a lot of momentum. They answered the score. They got a defensive stop. Now they need to come out and have a nice long drive, try to put some more points on the board.
1st down, 10 yards to go at their own 23-yard line. Bulldogs up 24-13. 7:56. We've only played a little over 4 minutes of our 3rd quarter. Double wing set. Driscoll with him under center. And on 1st down, blitz Benteen. Dive play left side, maybe to the 25-yard line. Picks up 2 yards. Off left side, it'll be 2nd down, 8 yards to go. The rain continues, forming in more of the sheets now here. But we have played in a steady rain throughout.
Yeah, I don't think it has stopped since the start. It's gotten lighter. It's gotten heavier. But it certainly has not stopped.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. They actually gave him 3 on that.
Probably closer to 2, but yeah, right on the 25-yard line.
They put it to the 25 and scoreboard and the yardsticks. Now they move it, they change it, 2nd down and 8. So yeah, they agree. And once again, the wing set with Decker as a wing back on the left side. And on 2nd down, 8 yards to go. They run the football with Powell. Powell goes left side, tripped up at the line of scrimmage, but able to reach ahead to the 30-yard line. That was an excellent job by number 14 and Trenton Schutte, who was playing up front there to able to get out the legs of Powell. But Powell picks up positive yardage. 3rd and 4, 4-yard pickup there by Wyatt.
Yeah, they've got 3rd and a manageable here, and I think the Bulldogs, if nothing else, want to pick up this 1st down. Maybe not a big play, not a score right away, but they want to pick up the 1st down, keep the sticks moving forward, keep the momentum in their court.
3rd down, manageable now at their own 30-yard line. Christofferson is lined up as a receiver to the left side. In the backfield now, Powell is to the left of blitz Benteen. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Driscoll with him under center. And before we get going, there is movement. They were going to run Powell, but they pulled the guard, and I believe the guard from the left side was the moving player there for MFL MarMac, and I believe that may have been Hunter Meyer, actually the center, who was going to pull on the left side, and Either way, the play blowing up there before we get starting. False start against MFL MarMac. Couldn't have been on the center.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was on, but, both of these teams, we've talked about how clean they've played. That's only the second penalty on the Bulldogs, but they were both in the second half. They had that roughing the kicker on the extra point and then this false start. But 10 yards of penalties is not bad.
Hunter Meyer, the left guard.
Hunter
Meyer was going to pull from left to right. The left guard is who is the guilty party. So that brings it back to third and closer to 9 yards to go for MFL MarMac. Now a double wing set. Powell goes in motion from right to left. They go to Blitz Benteen. Fullback up the middle, and Blitz Benteen keeps the legs churning, brings it across the 30-yard line, has first down yardage to the 34-yard line. Hard-fought run by Blitz Benteen, and here comes a late flag, and this is on West Branch. I believe something said at the end of that play by the Bears.
Yeah, there was they picked up the first down, and there was just a host of Bears there, and the flag came right in the middle of them, so somebody had to have said something right there.
And I believe Schutte, judging by his reaction, may be the guilty party there for West Branch. So it was a first down run by Blitz Benteen, but let's get back to that run because it looked like maybe 3 yards best.
Oh, he looked like a couple yards, and he was going to be stuffed, and all of a sudden he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and he keeps moving. But they've got this thing spotted short of the first down, Dan.
Wow. So the spot, and it looked to me like he got first down yardage, but the officials are waiting here. We have, either way, if it's a penalty and it's unsportsmanlike conduct, it's against West Branch. Either way, it's a first down. They marked it. Well, the side stick, it was a first down. They just hadn't changed the sticks.
They hadn't changed the sticks yet.
He got the first down, and they were waiting to mark off the penalty. But that's a 15-yard penalty, which now brings it out across the 45-yard line to the 48-yard line.
And that's huge. That's, not only did they pick up the first down on their own, but tack a few more yards on, and you could see some of the Bears on the defensive side pulling on their pants. They're kind of bent over. They're running out of gas out there right now, and MFL MarMac's just going to keep the accelerator down.
24-13, halfway through the third quarter. You think about a score here for MFL MarMac, you really grab control. But again, they're just short of midfield. First down, 10 yards to go. Decker moves to the wingback spot on the right side, back to Blitz Benteen. Left side, maybe the 50-yard line, stop just short. Excellent job up front there by West Branch. And joining there was number 14, Schutte. But the initial player there for West Branch was number 50 there in Trepanaye. 2-yard pickup, perhaps. Second down, we'll call it closer to 9 yards to go.
Yeah, nice hard run there by Blitz Benteen, and they're really trying to keep him between the tackles. They need to get Powell to the outside here and get a big play.
Think about this. MFL MarMac is short of midfield in a drive that is already over 3 minutes old. So you start to shorten things up. You lead by 24-13. Moving the football. Positive yardage is what you're getting on plays. Second down, 8 yards to go. Double wing set. Decker goes in motion. Handoff, jet sweep around left and has to step inside the 50-yard line. Runs right into a defender at the 45-yard line, right at that left hash mark in Kinnick Belk, who does a nice job of bringing him down, not letting him bounce any further. But that's a 5-yard, closer to 6-yard pickup by Decker. Third down, 3 yards to go. And I'll tell you what, Decker, who is a speedster, he has lowered that shoulder pads there to get those extra yards tonight.
Yeah, I think he knows this isn't a try to get out in the open because it's just hard footing out there. When he meets that defender, he's put the shoulder down and he's initiating some of that contact.
Third down, 3 yards to go to the 44-yard line. Bulldogs inside Bears territory here. Third down, certainly manageable. Double wing set once again. Powell's to the wing back to the right side. Decker goes in motion, and they go to Decker going around right and trying to get to the corner. He's wrapped up at the 45-yard line. Could not get to the corner. It's going to be a loss of a yard. Carver Belk chased him down. An excellent job there on one-on-one coverage. It's a loss of a yard and fourth down for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, and we talked about the aggressiveness out of MFL MarMac. Fourth and short, midfield. You got a great drive going. They've been able to pin them deep. I would assume they're going to punt this away, but I hate to assume anything anymore with MFL MarMac because they like to gamble.
Well, Driscoll stays in there. Fourth down, 3 yards to go. Remember, in a similar situation in the first half, they went with a hard count, and they look like they're going for it here. Driscoll with them up under center. It is fourth down, 3 yards to go. Driscoll the hard count there. The Bears able to hang in there, and Driscoll takes a timeout there. So West Branch did not bite. Timeout on the field. Bulldogs will think over this fourth down, leading 24-13. Let's take this break.
The Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic is a welcome addition to Northeast Iowa, offering extended hours for more accessible care. The clinic remains open over the lunch hour and offers early Monday morning and later Thursday evening appointments for your convenience. Call 568-5530 to schedule your appointment today. Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic. New clinic, more accessible care.
Exceptional caring people. Veterans Memorial.
MFL MarMac did not take a timeout. The officials ruled it was a delay of game penalty against MFL MarMac. So that moves them back 5 yards as Driscoll initially looked like he was going to try to call timeout, but now they'll punt it away. Schlee goes down to his knee to get it, and he's down right there at the 38-yard line. A low snap. Schlee went down to get it, and because in high school, once that knee touches the ground, you're down. And a special teams miscue for the Bulldogs gives West Branch great field position. 1st and 10 at the Bulldogs' 38-yard line.
Yeah, that was just a miscue there by Schlee, and that's going to go down as a loss of yards because he never punted anything away, and they're going to give West Branch phenomenal position here.
So that is a huge break for the Bears. Schlee, last time he had punted, got off a 52-yarder. And you were hoping to maybe flip field position there. So for the Bulldogs, after getting to midfield, West Branch in business, 3:36 left in the third, trailing 24-13. First down, 10 yards to go. They operate from the 38-yard line. Seidel moves to the right of Hughes. Hughes gets the snap, read option, hands it to Seidel, gets a by one defender in Schlee, slipped through his arms, brings it to the middle of the field at the 35-yard line and picks up 4 yards on first down. Schlee slowed him down. He's credited with the tackle.
Well, and we talk about the conditions out here. Schlee did a nice job stepping up, had him wrapped, and I wonder if the wetness is what's getting him away.
Just slipped right through there. Second down, closer to 5 yards to go. Seidel to the left of Hughes, and Hughes is going to keep it, trying to get around left end, and there's the Bulldogs. Couldn't get to the outside. The ball knocked away, but I believe he was down. Blitz, Benteen, and Powell did a great job on the right side of the line, stopping the play. Hughes was down. Forward progress had been stopped, but he loses a yard on that play.
Yeah, Hughes, the offensive lineman there really trying to make a hole, and nice job by Blitz, Benteen, and Powell to blow that up on the outside, and Hughes nowhere to go.
So third down, 6 yards to go at the 35-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Kinnick is there again. That's Kinnick Belk. They run the football with Seidel, and he's hit by Hersman. Goes inside the 35 as Hersman bear hugs him. No pun intended. Gets forward progress to the 34-yard line. It is 4th down, 5 yards to go. Only a pickup of a yard.
Yeah, gets that yard back that time, but still 4th and long, and I think the Bears are going to have to go for it here.
Kinnick Belk is more of a wingback spot now here for the Bears, and they are in go-for-it mode. I think they have to. 2 minutes left in the third. They trail 24-13. 2 receivers to the right, a single receiver to the left. Hughes is looking to throw the football right side out of the flat. It is caught by Kinnick, but he's wrapped up from behind, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Powell tracks him down. They lose a yard. The same play they ran in the first half for first down yardage. Better defense by MFL MarMac. And as Kinnick Belk caught it, he was chased down from behind by Powell, and after the special teams miscue, the Bulldogs defense answers.
Yeah, that was a huge answer there on 4th down. He had a lot of green, but run down by the Bulldog defender, and that was a huge stop there for MFL MarMac.
So the Bulldogs take over on downs at their own 34-yard line with 1:58 to go here in our third quarter. The Bears scored on their opening drive to start the second half. So did MFL MarMac, but now both teams have stalled their last 2 drives for West Branch, 1 for MFL MarMac. Meanwhile, first down, 10 yards to go. Bulldogs just off the left hash mark. In the backfield is Powell along with Blitz Benteen. They run it with Powell, right side. Gets to the 30-yard line, 35-yard line, maybe a yard. Well defensed by West Branch up front. And you had number 28 there in Federlin making the stop. It's a pickup of maybe 2 by Powell. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Just great defense there by the Bulldogs, and kind of inspiring their offense to go out. Let's get a drive. Let's milk some of this clock and shorten up the game, and they're going to have to pick up some ground yards right now.
Can you believe how these crowds tonight for both sides have hung in there?
Oh, there's tons of people
with this
not even in the cards. They're out here in their rain gear, and they're loud.
Enjoying the football game tonight. Second down, 8 yards to go. plumb dry where we're at. Second down, 8 yards to go from their own 36-yard line. They bring run blitz, but Powell gets the handoff left side, makes a defender miss at the 40-yard line. First down as he hugs that left hash mark across the 45-yard line out to the 47-yard line. Powell made the defender miss. A nice spin move. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Well, we talk about his speed, we talk about his strength, and he used them both there. Nice quick moves, kind of spin away from that first tackler, run over that next tackler. That puts Powell over 100 yards, something that West Branch hasn't allowed all year long.
Yeah, the kid from Durant.
He
had 101.
That's right. He had 101.
But as a team, they ended up with 92. So, yes, it has not happened very often.
This is a big night for the Bulldogs against a very stingy West Branch defense.
First down, 10 yards to go. MFL MarMac now at the 46-yard line in their own territory, probably closer to the 47-yard line. And they run the football. Blitz. Benteen's got a hole at the middle. Inside Bears territory. First down as he goes right side, outside the right hash mark down to the 42-yard line. Just enough to keep you honest. Blitz Benteen with a good run. And the Bulldogs have first and 10 to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, nice 12-yard run by Blitz Benteen. Nice to see him get a big gain, his biggest gain of the night.
They are working hard running this football tonight.
And kudos to the guys up front. We talked about winning it in the trenches. Those guys on that offensive line are playing inspired right now.
MFL MarMac does not have to take a snap, and they will wisely let the third quarter come to an end. Bulldogs, fourth year in a row to the quarterfinals, trying to get to the Dome for the first time in school history. They lead 24-13 as we go to the fourth. You're listening to High School Football from KCTN Sports.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place, Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Canalcor Fuller Covering in Monona, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Quillen's Quality Food serving Northeast Iowa, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, Furniture Showcase and Allwine, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. MFL MarMac leads 24-13 as we start the fourth quarter. Each team scoring on their opening possession and both teams using big plays. Seidel, the 50-yard run for the Bears, and Decker, the 81-yard reception from Driscoll. But we start the fourth quarter here. MFL MarMac leading 24-13. They're at the 42-yard line in Bears territory. First down, 10 yards to go. They run it left side. McGew in at fullback. Not much, trying to stretch out that play left side. There's a flag down as he gets to the 41-yard line, maybe. Well pressured on the outside. Seidel makes the play, and it's going to be a pickup maybe of a yard, if that. But let's sort out this penalty first. And it is going to be a holding penalty against MFL MarMac. So the bottom line is you weren't going to get much yardage anyway. There is a holding penalty against MFL MarMac. And I would think the Bears will probably march them back and make it first and 20. Happened at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, right at the line of scrimmage, and late flag coming in, so must have been behind the play because McGew was surrounded by Bears there, and I didn't see anybody else there.
Back to the 47-yard line. West Branch, their leading rusher, has not played this second half and continues to be on the sideline there for the Bears. No word official yet from the sideline. But obviously an injury there.
Obviously
for the Bears
something going on
rusher.
there. Yep.
First down, 10 yards to go. And the Bulldogs back into their own territory. They're in with McGew, fullback dive. He gets back inside the Bears territory. Positive yardage, about 5 yards over the middle. Second down, it'll be 15 yards to go. So Blitz Benteen has been replaced by McGew. Blitz Benteen has left a couple of times in this ball game tonight, previously with an ankle injury, but I believe just getting a breather here.
I think getting a breather, he plays both ways, and he's a key for them in the linebacking crew on defense. So maybe just getting him a breather, getting him some air, giving McGew a chance to run the ball because he's a good runner as well.
Fresh set of legs on a soggy night. Second down, 15 yards to go. Bulldogs at the 48-yard line. They operate from just off the left hash mark. McGee now moves to the left there of Driscoll in the backfield, overloaded on the left side. And in motion goes Decker, and Driscoll fumbles the snap but falls down on it at the 50-yard line. Yes, you definitely want to avoid a major turnover here. And I love this. Number 50, Trepanier, able to make the play and picks him up. And it is third down, 15 yards to go. Helps him up.
Yeah, helped him back up. So Bulldogs definitely behind the sticks here. 3rd and 18 is what our scoreboard says. So going to have to dial something up different here, playing in this downpour.
Yeah, Trepanier.
I
believe is we
got
that. You know, the faster you say it, the better it flows.
It sounds so much better that way.
Third down, closer to 17 yards to go. 90 seconds into our third quarter. Bulldogs, let's see if they play it close to the vest here on this third down and about 17 yards to go. And as I say that, Driscoll rolls out to the right to throw the football, steps up, hit in the backfield. He's going to be dropped for a loss at the 45-yard line. They never really do bring him down. Finally, he does tumble long after the whistle is blowing. But they were looking to set up something downfield. Maybe McElwain down the field on the hash mark. But it bogged down in a hurry. An outstanding job there by West Branch, shutting that play down. And it'll be 4th and forever right now here for the Bulldogs.
Well, and Driscoll kind of stepped to the wrong side of his block there, allowed that defensive lineman to get in and get into his area. Bulldogs are going to have to punt this away, and Schlee's got to keep the ball off the ground, get that thing punted downfield.
This is where, again, the football, and they are heavily waterlogged right now. And Schlee stands back at his own 32-yard line, gets the snap there, and it bounces to him, but the play is blowing dead. It short-hopped him. He did pick it up, but the play was blowing dead. I believe the Bulldogs had movement on the right side of their line before the snap. So for MFL MarMac, what are we, 4th and Solon right now?
Well, it's a long ways. We're way too far south right now. They got to get this punt off, try to flip the field. West Branch is going to try to set up a nice return here because they've got an opportunity to try to flip this field, get it back to midfield, and try to answer.
In these conditions, and Schlee, who did get off a 52-yard punt in the first half, Schlee this season has averaged about 31, 32 yards a punt, and they'll take positive yardage. The big thing is about Schlee doesn't give up those returns. So he stands back at his 27-yard line, usually a high kick there, which they give up. And Schlee is rushed, and this one is shanked. It may have hit his up back. It bounces at the 46-yard line, kicks ahead to the 49-yard line. This is going to be a punt of 9 yards. So it's been an adventure on the last 2 punt attempts. And West Branch, again, with 9:10 left in the fourth quarter, takes over in great field position. First down, 10 yards to go at the Bulldogs' 49-yard line.
Yeah, great field position. Everything they could ask for here as West Branch is given another opportunity. Bulldogs going to have to lean on their defense once again.
Was that punted off the up back, or did he just not hit it?
He shanked it, but I think he was bumped by somebody, and that just went off the side of his foot.
So first down, 10 yards to go for West Branch. Hughes continues to run out of pistol formation. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Seidel moves to the right there of Hughes. And on first down, they run the speed option right side, and Hughes keeps it. Goes inside the 40-yard line. First down yardage as he's stacked up at the 39-yard line. Outstanding run there on a nice read by Hughes. Radloff makes the tackle. There's some tripping going on, and I don't know why. We haven't had much of that tonight. But a 9-yard pickup. They call him short of first down.
Yeah, just shy of it, depending on the spot here. But I think they're going to say he's just shy. So they're going to have second and short here.
I thought maybe forward progress had gotten Hughes first down yardage, but Hughes made a good read on that read option to the right. Second down, a yard to go. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Seidel is to the left of Hughes. Maybe take a shot here if you're West Branch. And Hughes is going to keep it himself. Brings it left side inside the 35-yard line. Has the legs taken out from underneath him. And he helicopters down to the 30-yard line. Decker went low, spun him around, but first down for the Bears to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, another 10-yard gain there. Enough for a first down plus a little more. A little momentum here and keeping the sticks rolling.
First down, 10 yards to go. Again, the Bears hurrying up, trailing by 11 points. The snap back, they run it with Seidel. Right side, he goes to the 25-yard line, keeps the feet churning, goes inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Allert making the stop along there as well with, I believe, McElwain. That is a 6-yard pickup. Inside 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It is second down, closer to 5 to go for the Bears.
Yeah, this is a huge drive for the Bears. They want to get this down to a single score.
And
defense
the Bulldogs
right
have too many players on the field, but they snap it back and they run it with Seidel. And the Bulldogs, I believe, were able to get everybody off the field. Schlee, in a mad sprint, got off the field. Seidel runs it right side. They get down to the 24-yard line, only a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down, 4 yards to go. How did Schlee get out of bounds on the far sideline?
I don't know. I don't know how he got off, but they had 12 guys, and he was busting his butt and got off the field. So
he went
good stop.
sliding feet first out of bounds, but he got off the field in time. 3rd down, 5 yards to go for West Branch after the 1-yard pickup by Seidel. Gets the handoff again. Seidel trying to go around left end, shakes off Powell, has first down yardage inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line, just outside the left hash mark, brings it down to the 14-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 for the Bears, threatening to get back here within 3 perhaps.
What a great night for this young man, the junior, having to step up the second half. He's up to 76 yards, having himself a ball game right now.
1st down, 10 yards to go, 7 minutes left in the 4th. 2 receivers to the right. They continue on the ground. Seidel runs into the heart of the MFL MarMac defense, stops short of the 10-yard line. Only a 2-yard pickup, couldn't get to the outside, and there is Blitz Benteen defensively, who you can hardly see his number 2 because it is just absolutely that white tonight in the mud.
In the mud and the water and the muck and everything.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Allert rushing off the field, gets out of bounds on the sideline, but MFL MarMac takes a timeout. So the Bulldogs had some problems getting some players in, and they want to take a timeout. 6:35 left in the 4th. Bears driving. Bulldogs lead 26-24-13. Let's take this timeout. Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Guttenberg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
2nd down, 8 yards to go after the Bulldogs use their first timeout. 24-13, they're in the lead. 2 receivers to the right, they run the football. Hughes going to keep it himself. Left side goes inside the 10-yard line. 5-yard line, strolls in for the score. And the Bears take advantage of the short field. And with 6:30 to go, Bulldogs lead cut to 24-19. Hughes, what ends up being a 12-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, an 11-yard run there by Hughes, and Waltz is in there. He was untouched, and some breakdown by the Bulldog defense, but they've just been on their heels this whole drive. Kudos to West Branch, a nice drive, finished off with some score.
And again, they'll go for 2, which will try to get them back within 3 right now. So here is your conversion, and you go heavy backfield. And on what is now the conversion, Hughes goes under center. And on this play, toss play right side to Seidel. Has the blockers, but McElwain blocks the play up, blows it up at the 5-yard line. He came through unblocked. The conversion fails. So with 6:30 to go, MFL MarMac 24, West Branch 19. Let's take this break.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you're in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk On.
I should have moved over for that utility van.
I should have slowed down for that bucket truck.
I should have slowed down and moved over for that maintenance vehicle.
I should have known the law.
Did you know that in the state of Iowa, motorists are required by law to move over or slow down when approaching any stationary vehicle that has its flashing lights activated, including utility trucks and maintenance vehicles? Failing to do so can result in fines or the loss of your driver's license. So when you see flashing lights, move over or slow down, preferably both. It's the law, and it might just save a life. This safety message brought to you by Alamaki Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. An impressive drive by West Branch. Hughes finishes it off an 11-yard run, but the conversion run fails. It is 24-19, 6.5 to go here in our fourth quarter. And again, to launch it away will be Federlin for West Branch. So you knew the Bears continuing to fight, now back within 5. Can MFL MarMac answer? Federlin, it is a squib kick, and it rolls up the field, goes by Schlee. It is picked up there by Decker, who slips and is down at the 16-yard line. Decker picked it up, and again, now you see footing more of an issue. And for the Bulldogs, able to hang on to it. That's the important part. 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Well, I was watching their kicker line up, and I said, the way the field is getting, we're looking at the sideline, and they're just puddles and mud everywhere. Maybe it's a good time to try to squib it, make them pick it up. Maybe they bobble it. Who knows? The conditions are really going to play a factor here at the end of this ball game.
Between the 30-yard lines and in the middle of the field, you can really see how worn it is. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Bulldogs officially at their own 17-yard line. They take over at the left hash mark. You have a receiver to the left there, and that is, once again, Christofferson. And on 1st down, 10 yards to go, Driscoll with him under center. They send it back in motion, but they run the football, and before this play gets going, there is movement up front by MFL MarMac. McGew in at fullback here. And before the play is going, MFL MarMac had movement up front. So for the Bulldogs here, the last drive went backwards, and penalties were a part of it here. I understand you get a little anxious, but they need to settle down on offense.
They just need to settle down, take a deep breath. You know, linemen are anxious, the ball handlers are anxious, everybody's just kind of hyped up. It's a big ball game. They just need to take a deep breath, do what they do best, watch the ball, go off the snap.
1st down, 10 yards to go, back to the 12-yard line. Powell goes in motion, gets the handoff. Powell trying to go around right side. Powell gets out to about the 15-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage, perhaps. They put him to the 16-yard line, picks up 4. It is 2nd down. It is now 11 yards to go. Halfway through the fourth quarter. So West Branch has had the advantage of field position here this fourth quarter.
And that's what they're trying to do right here. They're going to try to get a stop, force the Bulldogs to punt or turn it over and down, something to get them the ball back and give them a chance here. MFL MarMac needs to put a drive together.
MFL MarMac needs a 1st down.
More
than anything. 2nd down, 11 yards to go. Decker is at a wing back on the right spot. On 2nd down and 11, Powell in the backfield along with McGew. Decker goes in motion. They run it left side with McGew. Not much. Maybe to the 17-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 10. MFL MarMac plays it close to the vest. And West Branch has taken away that fullback dive up front. Here is 3rd and long for MFL MarMac. And how aggressive are you going to be here?
With the rain coming down, the conditions, the footing, any kind of plant on a passing route is going to be tough, so it's going to have to be downfield. And can you get a grip on the ball? Can you get a good, strong pass? You don't want to throw a turnover right here in this situation.
3rd down and long. 10 yards to go at their own 17-yard line. Double wing set. And again, McGew is in the backfield. Decker and also Powell at the wingbacks. They send Powell in motion, gets the handoff, and before this play is going, there is movement up front. And this may be against MFL MarMac again, as they were trying to pull the guard along the left side. Let's sort out the penalty. But if it's against the Bulldogs, that makes it 3rd and 15, and judging from the officials, it is. So this is now the 2nd drive in a row that the Bulldogs being pushed back.
Yeah, they're just working backwards. They're 3rd and 15, and they got to pick up some positive yards here. Like you said, try to get a 1st down, try to move something. But again, I don't know how aggressive you can be because the rain is not letting up. The conditions are not improving.
Rain falling a little bit harder, and the Bears figure to get great field position. Let's see what MFL MarMac does on 3rd and 15 from their own 12-yard line. So they've had 2 full start penalties here on this drive. Inside 4:45 left in the fourth. 3rd down, 15 yards to go. They run the football with McGew, hit in the backfield, and he's going to lose more yardage. Inside the 9-yard line as West Branch amps up front. It's a loss of 2 yards to the 9-yard line. It is 4th down, and the Bulldogs are going to have to punt the football away here with 4:29 left in the fourth.
Yeah, this is not what MFL MarMac needed, and the momentum is all on West Branch's momentum here. Looks like we're going to take a timeout.
West Branch actually uses a timeout with 4:29 to go here in our fourth quarter. So we'll keep it right here during this timeout. So West Branch decided to use a timeout here to stop another 30 seconds from running off. But West Branch is going to get great field position. The last 2 punts for the Bulldogs have been problematic.
They have
had a block punt and a punt that only went 9 yards there.
Well, and then they had that punt where Schley had to go down and get it and put his knee down. So the special teams have not been strong for the Bulldogs right here. And if you're West Branch, boy, you could come after this ball because it's not going to roll very far if it hits the ground.
And I think the big key is going to be for MFL MarMac is to get the ball out of there. Get the snap, get it out of there.
And if I was Schley, I might go back another yard, give myself plenty of room to get rid of this thing because you want to get it at least to midfield.
West Branch is lined up at midfield with Kinnick Belk, and also back there is Seidel at the 49-yard line, and Schley will have to punt from his own end zone. He's about halfway in the end zone right now, so just get it out of there, and the Bulldogs defense is going to have to make a stop here, but let's get the punt away first. West Branch figuring to get great field position here. Schley, a long count. There's a low snap, and he runs out of the back of the end zone. They do not punt it, so they try to make sure that they avoid any type of trouble. They'll concede the 2 and would rather kick off from the 20-yard line. So the Bulldogs take a gamble here. Both teams now have a safety.
And they've been a gambling team all year long. They've always rolled the dice here, rolled the dice there. They're going to try to kick this off. They figure maybe we get better footing. We can get off a clean punt this way and give up the 2 points because it's going to be a score either way. I don't think either team's kicking a field goal in these conditions. They got to put up a touchdown.
The big difference of being able to kick off here is from the 20-yard line is that, again, the last 2 punts have been an adventure for MFL MarMac. But now, if you have Jones kick off here, you'll have a chance to maybe get West Branch back into their own territory.
Yeah, maybe. Get behind that thing, and you'll have some coverage. The biggest thing right now on this kickoff is the coverage. Make sure nobody gets ahead of steam and gets upfield and make them go a long distance to get this into the end zone.
And West Branch had taken a timeout. And wasn't that timeout all about setting up a return?
It was. I'm sure they were talking about how we're going to return this thing, or if we're going to return this, what we're going to do. And all for naught, MFL MarMac concedes the 2 points. They're going to kick off here.
So it will be, once again, Jones to launch it away from the 20-yard line. West Branch still figures to get good field position. We should point that out. But if MFL MarMac can maybe push him back a little bit further. So back deep, you have Belk, that is Carver Belk, and also Kinnick Belk. They are at the 40-yard line, but in their own territory. So they actually have to go back 10 yards further than what they were looking for on that perhaps punt attempt.
Well, and given these conditions, Dan, slip the ball, slip footing, never know what might happen.
So Jones from the 20-yard line to launch it away in a ball game that has had everything. Jones squibs it, did not hit it quite so well, but it scoots ahead to the 40-yard line, and it's down at the 41-yard line near side. Number 20 falls on it there in Braden Sexton. Jones didn't hit it like he wanted to. It's only a 21-yard kickoff, and West Branch takes over first down, 10 yards to go. In MFL MarMac territory, they mark it at the 40-yard line.
Well, and MFL MarMac has talked all year about the stinginess of their defense and flying to the ball. It's got to come into play right here. They're going to have to make sure tackles, wrap them up, and follow through on those.
Hughes led the touchdown drive his previous time that the Bears had the ball. Did a great job operating the offense. First down, 10 yards to go. 41-yard line. They send it back in motion, snap it back to Hughes. They run it with Seidel. Right side, Seidel gets to the 36-yard line, inside the 35-yard line, fumbles the football, but I believe it's ahead. They're going to rule he's down anyway. It squirts ahead to the 30-yard line where it's picked up by West Branch, but Seidel brings it inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. It is second down, 4 yards to go as we approach 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. Can the Bulldogs make a stop here to try to get to the dome?
And the Bulldogs, defense bend but not break right now.
Second down, 4 yards to go from the right hash mark. Back to Seidel. They fake it. Hughes brings it left side. He's inside the 30, 25-yard line. Brings it near side. 20, 10, gone. Touchdown. Got it. Hughes with a touchdown run of 33 yards. And being down by double digits entering the quarter. West Branch now leads with 3:47 to go at 27-24. What a run by Hughes.
That was a huge run, and he just kind of picked them apart, and nice blocking up front for the Bears. Bulldogs did not have an answer, weren't able to stop them here. They're going to have about 3.5 minutes here to work with after the kickoff. They're going to have to go down the field and answer this score if they want to win this and they want to get themselves into the semis.
And it will be a PAT attempt, which will try to make it a 4-point game. So the Bulldogs trail for the first time since early in this football game. Rios to hold. Snap is down. Federlin's kick slides, and the ball just barely gets into the line. It is no good. He went sliding into second base feet first. The conversion fails. So the Bulldogs try to rally. It is 27-24. Bears take the lead. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports. Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency. So West Branch has dominated this fourth quarter. They have put up now here 14 points in this quarter. 2 touchdown runs by Hughes, the safety. They have rallied from a 24-13 deficit here in the fourth, but the Bulldogs have 3:47 to work with and 2 timeouts.
Yeah, first lead since the first quarter, since that first score, but they've got all the momentum right now, and we talked about special teams. Here's a chance for MFL MarMac. Let's see what your special teams can do.
And what you need for MFL MarMac is just a return to get out of your own 20-yard line area.
Yeah, get to midfield, get to better footing right now.
And the Bears have been able to pin MFL MarMac back field position-wise. So it will be Federlin to launch it away after the 33-yard run by Hughes. And the PAT failed. It remains a 3-point game. Federlin from the 40-yard line bounces it right up the middle of the field. It is picked up there by Decker at the 10-yard line. Decker brings it right side across the 20-yard line, 25-yard line out to the 27-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Just hug the right hash mark. Nice return by Decker. 18-yard return. And now the Bulldogs. Can they answer here with 3:40 left in the fourth?
Well, we've talked about them being so versatile, being able to throw the ball, run the ball. They have 1 completion tonight, and that was the 81-yard touchdown to Carter Decker. They've only had 4 attempts. With these conditions, it's going to have to be on the ground, and West Branch knows this.
So for MFL MarMac, it has been tough to run the last couple of drives in between the tackles here. They've had a hard time. Blitz Benteen is back in at fullback for MFL MarMac. You have a receiver to the left end, Christofferson. But this is for the Bulldogs. You've got the football and a chance to go get yourself this game. Driscoll to throw the football. He has time. Driscoll steps up, hit as he throws it, flutters, and it could be intercepted. It is incomplete at midfield. The pass fluttered as Driscoll was hit as he threw it. He was looking deep for Decker, number 4 in Anneman, and number 5 in Kinnick Belk. Both were going after it, and it somehow fell between them, incomplete at the 45-yard line.
Well, the guy that was going back for it ran into the guy who was camped under it, just collided, and that would have been a game ender right there.
Would have been a fabulous play either way had they come up with it. So the Bulldogs threw on first down, but they come up empty. Second down, 10 yards to go. You're certainly in 4-down territory here at your own 28-yard line. Driscoll to throw the football, rolling left. Receiver falls down in hat. Driscoll throws it. It's blocked away, incomplete. They rolled out to the near side of the field. It was deflected by number 50 in Trepignan. It is incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10 right now. The footing, Hat slipped on the snap.
Yeah, on the snap, Hat tried to plant to take off, couldn't do it. Driscoll tried to plant to throw it. Had guys around him, no footing. This is a tough road to haul right now.
3rd down, 10 yards to go with 3:28 left in our fourth quarter. So you've got to here get positive yardage on this play. They're going to reset the play clock, get it back up to 25 seconds. You've got to get positive yardage here if you're MFL MarMac. 2 plays to get 10 yards, right? 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Driscoll runs the football. Blitz Benteen, counterplay right side. Blitz Benteen brings it across the 35-yard line. Keeps the legs churning and has first down short of the 40-yard line. An 11-yard run by Blitz Benteen. Back into the ball game. They convert on 3rd and 10 with a much-needed burst by Blitz Benteen.
Well, Blitz Benteen ran like a guy on fire there. He just wanted to pick up that first down and kept the legs churning, running guys over. A positive there to move the chains.
Bulldog mentality. And first down, 10 yards to go for MFL MarMac. Driscoll fumbles the snap, picks it up. It's a busted play. Driscoll looking to run, brings it left side at the 35-yard line, steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line. near side, somehow picks up a run, and he goes sliding into the mud and muck on the West Branch sideline. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Driscoll saves face on that play.
Yeah, Driscoll is just in self-preservation mode there and gets to the sideline, stops the clock on that run, and gets back to the line of scrimmage picking up a yard.
So now we have an official's timeout. Driscoll went to the head official there and quickly wiped his hands off on the towel that they used to wipe the ball with. And they bring in a new ball from the sideline after that ball ended up out of bounds in the mud. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. What an entertaining game tonight.
Yeah, this is exciting for both sides. They're both still in this. The crowd's excited.
At their own 40-yard line, Bulldogs from the left hash mark. Driscoll with them under center. And on this play, Driscoll rolls out to the right, looking to throw the football. He's got time. Driscoll now looking to run. 45-yard line, brings it a far side, pushed out of bounds across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Good decision. Nothing open down the field. Able to use Powell and Blitz Benteen as the blockers. Brings up 3rd down, 4 yards to go. 5-yard run by Driscoll.
Talk about the maturity out of that young man. As a sophomore here, first year in this position, just having the witness to go, all right, there's nothing there, but I can run. I'm going to put my head down, and then heading out of bounds to stop that clock.
The important thing is, again, the clock stops. So 2:53, Bulldogs have plenty of time, couple of timeouts to work with, but now 3rd down, 4 yards to go. They operate from the right hash mark. Powell in the backfield. They go to Blitz Benteen. Nope, it's a reverse with Decker. Trying to go around left end. Decker races to the near sideline. Tripped up, but maintains footing for 1st down yardage. Here comes a flag down at the 40-yard line after Decker runs for 1st down yardage there. But what is the penalty? If it's against MFL MarMac down the field, it's a blocking penalty.
Yeah, if it's a blocking penalty, it's going to bring this back. But there's a lot of frustration on West Branch's side, and I think they're trying to calm each other down. So it'll be interesting to see what this call is.
Decker ran, brought it around left side, raced the guy to the sideline on the reverse in a well-dialed-up play call. The officials are having a lengthy discussion right now on whether or not this is 1st down or where the penalty is, but this happened downfield at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, this was downfield, so I don't know if somebody said something, if something happened, but they're really discussing this a long time, trying to figure out what's going on here.
Do they let the play stand? That is the question. No word yet. The official comes over here, holding against MFL MarMac and holding against West Branch. How about that? Offsetting holding penalties. Again, this was down at the 40-yard line. I think you could have decided to call anything you wanted to call there, and both teams were guilty.
I think both teams were guilty there, so they're going to put the ball back at the line of scrimmage.
We have a do-over.
It's a do-over. It's basically no play. Guys were pushing, shoving, holding, whatever it was, do-over.
That's the old double foul call there, isn't it?
That is. Double foul. Let's start it again.
3rd down, 4 yards to go. So back to the 46-yard line. That play never happened. A great run by Driscoll. 3rd and 4. Driscoll fumbles the snap, picks it up, and he's buried for a loss at the 42-yard line, but he doesn't come up with the football. West Branch does. Driscoll did not come away with it clean from center. Fumbles the football, and West Branch has it at the 41-yard line with 2:38 to go, and the Bears lead 27-24.
And that's just the conditions finally catching up with the Bulldogs, and Driscoll never came away with it clean, could never bring it back in, and there's not a lot of time left here for the Bulldogs.
Driscoll tried to pull away there. Instead of just falling down on it there, you could see he was trying to kind of get it, gather it, but could never haul it in as it slid away from him. The conditions a major factor there, but now West Branch is really a 1st down away from winning this ball game tonight.
Well, and you wonder if Driscoll in his head was thinking 4th down, I got to do something with it instead of 3rd down, just hold on to the ball. You got another chance, but defense is going to have to come up with something here.
So at the 40-yard line, West Branch has 1st down, 10 yards to go, and really, they need a 1st down. I formation. Hughes with them under center on 1st down, 10 yards to go. Hughes, the long count. They go back to Seidel. Seidel drilled in the backfield. Blitz Benteen. It's a loss of a yard. It is 2nd down, 11 yards to go. And MFL MarMac uses a timeout. That will be their 2nd timeout. But they use a timeout with 2:31 to go here in the 4th.
Yeah, that was a quick timeout, so a smart move there by Coach Anderson.
We'll take this break with them. MFL MarMac trailing 27-24. 2nd and 11 for the Bears. We'll be back after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
So a quick timeout taken by MFL MarMac. They still have one timeout. The positive play for MFL MarMac is you forced negative play there on that run by West Branch.
Yeah, loss of a yard there, and meeting them in the line there, and I assume they're going to run the ball, so they're going to load up the box here. Just don't get caught throwing one downfield, but MFL MarMac needs stops right now.
Second down, 11 yards to go. Hughes, by the way, is back now to pistol formation on 2nd and 11, and he's going to bring it left side. So Hughes steps inside the 40-yard line, ahead to the 36-yard line, picks up 3 yards, probably closer to 4. It is 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Hughes has stepped up in this fourth quarter in the running game for West Branch.
Yeah, he's been huge. He's got a couple touchdowns here in the fourth quarter, doing a great job on that read pass option and tucking it away and running it himself.
He had a 33-yard touchdown run again for the Bears in their last possession, which has given them the lead. MFL MarMac did not take a timeout there. So it's 3rd down. It is still 6 yards to go. I believe the Bulldogs still have a timeout yet.
They do. They still have a timeout, but they chose not to use it there, trying to save one for maybe the offense.
3rd down, 6 yards to go. They run back out of pistol formation. They run the football with Seidel. Seidel to the 35-yard line, couple of yards to the 32-yard line. He's about 2 yards short of 1st down. MFL MarMac will now use that timeout on what is 4th down and 2 yards to go with 1:36 left here in the fourth quarter. It's probably 4th and 3 for West Branch, but I think if you're the Bears, this is go for it.
Yeah, I think so.
This is game decision.
Yeah,
here.
this is a game decision. They're going to talk it over, but they're going to go for this. Good, bad, or ugly. They're going to try to pick this up. If they pick it up, that's ball game. If they don't pick it up, MFL MarMac is in their own territory. They have a long ways to go, not a lot of clock to work with.
Let's talk about MFL MarMac, and you figure here that the Bears are going to run it, and why not that combination they've been running with? Seidel and Hughes, the read option, let Hughes make the choice.
Yeah, let Hughes make that choice, and I think if you give it to either one of those young men, they're gonna try to pick up these 3 yards. They know where that 1st down marker is, and they're going to do everything they can to end this game on this play right here.
So this is a situation here where it's 4th down, probably closer to 3 yards to go. They have to get to the 30-yard line for 1st down. If you're MFL MarMac here, obviously you're selling out.
Yeah, you have to sell out. I mean, you can't give up on those receivers, but in all honesty, you need to have as many guys in the box. You're selling out on this. Hat on hat right here, and both crowds are going to let them know they got to leave it out here right now.
What a game this has been tonight between these two top 10 teams. West Branch trying to run out the clock and end the Bulldog season for the 4th year in a row in a quarterfinals. MFL MarMac trying to get a defensive stop and then hoping for a last-second miracle here at West Branch. 4th down, 3 yards to go. I formation. Hughes with him under center. And here is the snap. Goes to Seidel. Actually, Hughes is going to boot around left end. 1st down. Goes inside the 20-yard line. There's a flag down. There's a flag down at the 25-yard line. But Hughes with a quarterback boot around left side. Bulldog sold out. He scoots around left end for the 1st down. But if it's a holding penalty against West Branch, that's going to mark him back and make it 4th down again.
Yeah, that's going to come back. That looks like it was a hold or a block in the back, and it looks like it's coming back. And the Bulldogs are going to have another chance at it here. Let's see what the call is.
And the worst part about that for West Branch is that occurred after he had the 1st down. So the penalty is against the Bears, and Hughes, after getting the 1st down, actually could have just slid down. But it's a holding penalty, and it was right in front of the official on the far sideline.
That was just a bad choice right there. I know they're all trying their best to try to pick that up, but Hughes had it. He had it picked up. It was a great call.
He had the 1st down, and if he slides down right after the 1st down marker, game, chess, match, checkmate.
Yeah, it was over. It was over, and now they've got a long ways to go here. They marked off that penalty from the flag, and they're going to have a much longer 4th down. Bulldogs have another chance here.
So instead of 4th and 3, the penalty occurred again at the 27-yard line. 1st down was at the 30-yard line. So the penalty is going to push it back past the 35-yard line to the 36-yard line with 1:28 left in the fourth. Bulldogs needed a break.
They needed a break. They need another one here. 4th and 6. They need a stop. And the only bad thing about that play, clock continued to run there, so they lost some time, but they get a chance.
Right, and the clock stays stopped here because of the penalty.
Yep.
So with 1:28 to go here in our fourth quarter, it appears that West Branch brings in a couple of guys from the sideline but I would think they would still go for it in this situation. 2 receivers to the right. They may look to throw the football here, but before we do, West Branch takes a timeout. And a good decision here by Coach Peterson's team, as they want to make sure, and you better make sure you're doing here what you're doing on this 4th down play.
Yeah, there's no need to save that. Save that timeout. They're going to take that timeout, figure out what they need to do here, try to pick up this 4th down. Great chance for MFL MarMac to talk it over as well, try to figure out what we need to do to stop them, get this ball back, and regroup offensively.
So it all starts here on 4th down, and I would say it's 7 yards to go here.
Yeah, it's closer to 7, but they're calling it 6 up on the board. They got to get to the 30.
Yep.
They got to get to the 30-yard line.
So if you look, the ball technically at the 36-yard line, I suppose that's 6 yards. But, again, you want to make sure you get enough. That was a great play call, the previous play by West Branch.
Oh, that was a great call. They were selling out. MFL MarMac sold out in the box, had all 11 guys, and just the naked boot there by Ty Hughes, and he had it picked up. He had the ball game in hand.
They took the time out there because they had players coming in as far as what they wanted to run, and they wanted the right personnel in.
Well, and they've taken the timeout away from MFL MarMac, so I don't know. I don't think MFL MarMac called this timeout. I think that was West Branch.
West
so
Branch
I think
had
they've got
coming
it
in
wrong
and out.
on the scoreboard. We believe MFL MarMac still has 1 timeout left.
So 4th down here in this situation. Bulldogs actually should be out of timeouts.
Oh, yeah. They're out. They're out.
So
West Branch has 1 left.
4th down, 6 yards to go. And they are going to go for it. Pistol formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They run it back, and Hughes kicks it away. He punts it away, but the ball's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Great decision there. Try to spread on MFL MarMac. They don't have anybody back. The only bad thing that Hughes did there is kicked it out of the end zone. So it only ends up being a net of 16 yards. But the Bulldogs, with 1:22 to go, have 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They have a shot yet.
They have a shot, but they're going to need the big play and something that they've had all year long. They've been able to pull a big play when they need one. This is a big time need for a big play.
And what they have to do here is you're going to need a big play, and it may involve the passing game. You'd love to have a big running game, but West Branch has still made it tough to run the football. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Powell goes in motion, and to throw the football is Driscoll. Loses the football, and it squirts free, and it's picked up by West Branch at the 4-yard line. And the game is over. Driscoll rolled out to the right, looking to throw the football. And as he went to throw it right side, the ball slipped out of his hands. It is falling down backwards. Bulldogs want to say that it's a forward pass.
Yeah, they're trying to say that was a pass, and
but
sure
I think
Coach
the ball
Anderson
ended up backwards anyway, so it doesn't make a difference there. It is 1st down for West Branch, and the Bears end the Bulldog season. For MFL MarMac, what a ball game tonight. But this is a heartbreaking loss. They led 24-13 in the 4th quarter, and West Branch is going to win 27-24 as it slips away late.
Yeah, slips away from them, and, nothing to fault Zach Driscoll there. The ball has been wet all night long, and I know they're going to argue that he was trying to throw that, but I think he was just trying to hold on to that thing.
And again, a highly entertaining game tonight. That I think, no matter the conditions, it would have been this type of ball game tonight, an exciting game. The snap there by Hughes, takes a snap, takes a knee. They'll have to do it one more time. For MFL MarMac, you had it in sight. There's no doubt about that there. But the Bears kept coming at them there, and they made the adjustments in the 4th quarter.
They
you give
did.
a tip of the hat.
Yeah, they regrouped. They kept on fighting. They came back, and you have to tip your hat to it. A well-played ball game on both ends.
MFL MarMac certainly showing that they are one of the top teams in Class 1A, even with this loss tonight. Inside 45 seconds to go, so Hughes will take the snap, and it will be West Branch heading to the semifinals here. And, of course, they've had so much they've had to deal with this year. Hughes takes the snap, takes a knee, and the game comes to an end. West Branch had to work overtime for this one tonight, but they rally. West Branch into the semifinals for MFL MarMac. A hard-fought defeat tonight in the quarterfinals. West Branch 27, MFL MarMac 24. The Bulldogs close the season 9-2. West Branch, the top-ranked team in Class 1A, pushed for 4 quarters tonight, but they improved to 11-0 and head to the semifinals. By the way, for MFL MarMac, this is the new norm. This is a team that's going to be right back here next year.
They are. They've got a lot returning, and they're going to be back here, and they're going to continue to have that goal of getting to the Dome.
We'll take a break. When we return, coaching interviews, game stats, your post-game show is coming up. Hard-fought ball game tonight, but it is West Branch beating MFL MarMac 27-24 Your post-game show gets underway after this.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today. Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. Not ready for a new ATV or UTV? TNT Power Sports has a nice selection of clean used units available. Contact Brian, Master Certified Technician, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase, or to schedule service work to keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play. Call 563-245-1100 or stop in and visit with Brian or Tracy at TNT Power Sports, north of Elkader on Highway 13 today.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. And E.H. Cruz, Attorney at Law, McGregor. Allen Real Estate Company with offices in Monona, Strawberry Point, and Guttenberg. Monona Veterinary Hospital. T-Scatter Lawn Care, serving Northeast Iowa. Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And by KAR Auto Group. Welcome back to West Branch, and again, you see the beauty of sports on both sidelines for West Branch, obviously rallying to win this ball game. For MFL MarMac, a heartbreaking defeat in the quarterfinals. But again, you realize the type of effort that you had to get to this point this year. They handed the participation trophy there, and again, it's a quarterfinal trophy, to Austin Schlee, held the football up to the fans, and for MFL MarMac, a great season. I know you closed in a disappointing loss at 9-2, but gave yourself every opportunity to get to the Dome in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, they did. They were right there, and competing with the best. And I'm sure Coach Anderson's going to try to build off that, but he's also going to take this as motivation, for these boys to come back next year, because they got a lot of guys coming back. They're going to be ranked in the top 10 I guarantee to start the season next year, they're going to be an asterisk next to that of this is a team you're going to have to watch out for. But yeah, disappointing loss for these boys tonight for sure.
And in the 4 years, you can see every year, we work our way. We get closer and closer because I know that's the ultimate goal for this team is to get to the Dome. But they lose some good seniors, don't get me wrong, but they'll return all their skill people and a very talented junior class to build upon for next year. 27-24 as West Branch rallies. Hughes led them. Ty Hughes, their quarterback, with 2 touchdown runs in the fourth quarter, an 11-yard touchdown run, then the 33-yard touchdown run that gives them the lead in the game. 27-24, West Branch overcoming the loss of their leading rusher in this ball game. They win. Let's start with the Bears and the totals for West Branch.
West Branch, you talked about Henson not playing in the second half, but he had 10 carries, 77 yards, and that touchdown to start the game in the first half. Hughes ends up with 15 carries, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kinnick Bulk had 2 carries, -7 yards. Cale Seidel stepped up big. All second half, 13 carries, 85 yards. He had that 50-yard touchdown. In the air, Hughes had 3 completions on 7 attempts, only 12 yards. Kinnick Bulk had 2 catches for 10 yards, and number 4 had a catch for 2 yards. So only 12 yards of offense in the air, 264 yards of rushing offense on 40 carries, 276 yards for the Bears tonight.
This was a heavyweight match. I mean, there's it was West Branch came out, boom, knocked you down the first series. Again, then MFL MarMac comes back, takes control. It looks like they're up 24-13, starting to really kind of control things up front. Field position switches in a ball game. MFL MarMac, field position went to your advantage in the first half to give you the lead. Yeah. And a night like tonight, it was going to be which team could take advantage of, as it turns out, the conditions or manage them better. Yeah. And as it turns out, it's actually West Branch. Let's go to the totals now for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, they were led on the ground by Wyatt Powell, 13 carries, 111 yards. He had that 1 touchdown of 8 yards. Covered Blitz Benteen, 15 carries, 55 yards. He had a touchdown of a yard. Carter Decker, 5 carries, 21 yards. Driscoll, 6 carries, lost 5 yards. Just a lot of ball handling problems there. Quinn McGew had 4 carries for 7 yards. Radloff had 2 carries, -1 yard. Schlee had a carry for -11 yards. They had 177 yards of ground offense on 46 carries. In the air, Driscoll had 1 completion of 81 yards. That was to Carter Decker. That was for a touchdown on 7 attempts. Blitz Benteen also had an attempt, so 1 for 7 total, 81 yards in the air. Total of 258 yards of offense for the Bulldogs in their efforts tonight.
Yeah, and again, a West Branch team that had not allowed 100 yards rushing against any opponent. MFL MarMac topped that tonight. We talk about the heavyweight fight. West Branch scored right away in the third quarter on 2 plays. Seidel had the 50-yard touchdown run. MFL MarMac answers with an 80-yard touchdown. Again, so many times these teams off the mat in this ball game, but it is West Branch. As you see them doing mudslides on their sideline, and they should, why not? Victorious tonight, 27-24. We'll talk with Coach Dan Anderson, and you can understand having a lengthy conversation with this team. Even on a perfect night, I think these teams play not the turnovers and not the slippage, but these teams play an epic matchup on a perfect night.
I mean, think so.
It just shows you how good these two teams are.
Well, and you might play this game 10 times, and it might be 5 for one team, 5 for the other. Tonight was West Branch's night. You might play this game again another week. It might go MFL's way. Kudos to both of these teams for playing a hard-fought game, and just MFL MarMac coming up on the short end of it. But what a ball game. I know they don't see it that way, but I guarantee in that huddle that they're doing right now with Coach Anderson, they're talking about the goal for next year. And that goal is the Dome again. Yep. I mean, they're talking about district champion, running the table, getting to the Dome. That goal isn't going to change for next season.
And as we mentioned, right away, you're going to be a top 10 team in Class 1A next year. And the districts are all redone, but they'll likely be in Class 1A. That's what's expected. Of course, it always depends. You never know how many 8-man teams we have or whatever. But MFL MarMac, they'll have a great nucleus to continue this tradition now. It
is. It's a tradition. You know, they had such a special season, that undefeated season going to the playoffs, and then the next year they went to the quarters again, and then they went to the quarters again, and now they're here again. So they want to get to the semis, but expect to see them in the playoffs next year. Expect good things out of this team going forward.
We'll take a break. When we return, our post-game show continues. We'll talk with Bulldog coach Dan Anderson when your post-game show continues after this.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to protect your dream home. And with equipment breakdown coverage, we'll also protect the things that keep your dream home running. So if you experience a sudden mechanical or electrical breakdown in your home, you're covered. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
Refer to policy for equipment breakdown covered losses, deductible limitations, and exclusions. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Allen Roofing and Construction in Wausau Homes, your one-stop shop for all your construction needs, Elite DJ Service in Monona, the Loena Tap, home of the award-winning Philly, Chad Hoschild Logging in Farmersburg, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, and by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Welcome back once again to West Branch. Continuing our post-game show, we're going to be joined here by MFL MarMac football coach Dan Anderson. Again, 27-24, that's your final score, as West Branch ends up scoring 14 points in the final quarter. They win by a final score of 27-24 as MFL MarMac finishes the season with a 9-2 record, and West Branch improves to 11-0. Our post-game show continues now. We're joined by MFL MarMac football coach Dan Anderson. Coach, first off, let's talk about, you had to address your team after a tough loss here. Certainly a great effort by your kids. We'll talk about that, but let's talk about how you addressed your team first off.
Well, I'm just told them I'm proud of them. I mean, they fought. They're fighters. You know, you got just went against a team that just a little bit better than us, I guess, here towards the second half. And, you know, but hey, I want to thank our crowd. What an awesome crowd we've got. Come down here and sit in the rain. And I want to thank all those guys for coming down. But, yeah, I just told our seniors that I'm proud of them. They've changed the program forever here. You know, these guys have won a lot of games. And yeah, it's tough. You know, it's a tough position to be in here. But, you know, told our seniors how proud we are.
Absolutely there. I mean, 4 years in a row to the quarterfinals here. Had the lead in the fourth quarter, and you really felt like it was going to come down to who got the break in the elements tonight.
Yeah, and then, you know, we just had that ball slip out of our hands. It was going to happen a couple times. And, oh, yeah, that's frustrating. You know, I'm just, you know, these are the tough ones when you lose a close one like that. And you're going to go back and probably spend the next 8 months watching film and seeing where, you know, we broke down, if it was something that, you know, a bad call on my part or what it was. But, you know, we had that quarterback just snuck through there a few times and stuff. And I don't know. I guess, you know, it's hard to tell from the sidelines exactly how they're blocking it. But the kids fought hard. I mean, it's a high school football game, you know. I mean, these kids, they're hurting. You know, I just want to thank our fans, but, you know, just, you know, tell these kids they're proud of them because, you know, our community's proud of our kids, and we're proud too.
Well, let's talk about this. I mean, you guys get down here. They run 2 plays. You're down 6-0. I mean, before you even get settled in. And you guys responded, I think,
sure,
as you expected your team to.
Yeah, we've had that happen a couple times. Durant did the same thing to us. You know, they scored right away on us, and then, you know, we got figured out a little bit there, and I don't know, Dan. It's tough. You know, it hurts. You know, I'm hurting for these kids. because they're hurting a lot. They wanted this game, and we believe we could win it. And it was close. It was right there in our hands, and slipped out. But our kids, I'm super proud of them. I wouldn't trade them for anybody.
Well, especially you guys rushed for 177 yards against a team that hasn't given up they had one kid that rushed for 101 yards, but they haven't given up more than 92 yards rushing in a ball game as a team to an opponent. So you guys did what you wanted to do running the football.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we ran the ball well. I mean, you weren't going to get too many big holes and big yardage plays very often against these guys because there's a really fast, tough defense and really good defensive line. The 56 and 72, those guys they're tough kids up front. They had a hard time getting those guys blocked, but we had enough to create a few seams and get some good runs there.
We talk about a heavyweight fight, but again, in the third quarter, they score, but you guys answered.
Yeah, we had that play, drawn up, and we wanted to dry ball and figured we'd come back, and they threw a punch and knocked us down, and we came back and threw one right back at them, but then, boy, they started finding something there. I don't know if they saw something up in the booth or what, but they were able to kick us out and slip that quarterback up the middle on some quarterback powers. Nothing that we haven't seen and didn't run against in practice. It's just, we didn't quite execute, and maybe we're out of position a little bit.
All right, let me ask you this. You guys decided to take a safety and obviously it had a lot to do with field position.
It did. It's hard to snap that ball, when it's that wet, and it's. We told Schlee there, but at that time I said if that ball doesn't get back to you clean and you can't get a good punt off, just go out the back of the end zone, take a safety, and it's better than have them get the ball at the 3-yard line and then score one play later. So we did what we needed to do there, but then we just couldn't hold them on defense when we needed to. So
yeah, tell me a little bit about your seniors. I know you talked about the success they had there, but man. The seniors you guys had. I mean, that's a great group of seniors you guys had.
Yeah, it is. We start there with, guys like, Zurcher and Drew Earls. They didn't play a lot, but, they were there every night giving us, they were fighting hard for us. And, Earls played a lot on special teams, and he really had fun out there, and I really appreciate his effort. And Zurcher, what a good guy. For, 4 years, he was always there practicing hard, being a scout team guy. And, in that he got into that post-fill game quite a bit and made some good plays in the post-fill game. We're going to miss those guys. Those linemen up front. Jonah. It's unfortunate with him with his with his leg. He gets hurt in the Cascade game, and his season's over. And he really worked his butt off to be a heck of a kicker. I think he would have been an all-district kicker if he wouldn't have been hurt there. And then those guys, Hersman and Meyer and Corbin, we're going to miss those guys right in the middle right there. It's 3 good linemen right in the center of your offensive line. And, Allert, there's a kid that went from, the weakest kid as a freshman. And then this year when we tested out, he's the strongest kid in the football team.
Wow.
That's the kind of, guys that you have that are great examples for these younger guys that, Allert came in as probably about 115 pounds dripping wet as a freshman, and now he's 175 pounds of solid muscle and benched, 135 28 times, more than anybody on the whole football team, just because of his work ethic. And then, of course, we're going to miss Decker. Decker, he feel bad for those guys because, this week Decker, on Tuesday after practice, he comes up to me and goes, "Coach, is there anything I can do?" He goes, "Anything I can do to just, give us a better chance to win." These kids, they wanted it. So they're hurting a lot. So, anybody listening at home, just, make sure you tell these guys you're proud of them because I'm proud of them. They're fighters. So
absolutely there, and they've set the tone of how you want your program to be. Obviously, what you guys have done well, even though you've had, like a tough loss, but man, you guys have been able to use that as fuel for coming back and coming back stronger. That's really been the case.
It has been. You watch these guys, these younger guys. You wait Monday morning at 7 a.m. There'll be 25 of them in the weight room because for us, there's 2 seasons. There's football season and there's getting ready for next football season, and so these guys are gonna, these younger guys, Powells and Carvers, and some of these other guys that going to be back. They're going to be hungry, and we're going to be bigger and stronger and faster next year as a team, and these guys are going to want to take all the way to the championship. We're going to be a good football team again next year. That's no doubt. But
obviously got something to shoot for.
We do.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Great effort by your kids. Certainly a great season.
Yeah, thanks for covering us here at the end of the season all year and coming down here and our fans appreciate it, and live streaming and everything for the fans that can't make it. Thanks a lot for doing this for us. We really appreciate it.
Always a good time to catch up with you guys there, and certainly following an outstanding program. Thanks again, Coach. Dan Anderson talking things over about his Bulldog team. A tough loss, 27-24. That's your final score. West Branch over MFL MarMac. We'll take a break. Coach Hammond and I will wrap up the season after this.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Sincere Lures Interiors by K in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Havlicek Trucking in Monona, The St. Olaf Tavern, Nathan Welch Excavating Inc. in Monona, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business Crop Farm and Life, and by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Welcome back once again here to West Branch. West Branch wins by a final score of 27-24, and an excellent football game. I mean, like we said, this was a heavyweight fight. Two top 10 teams in Class 1A. Obviously, only one of them going to the Dome. For MFL MarMac, this is a tough loss. You're not sugarcoating anything. You had 24-13 lead in the fourth quarter, but this is where you learn things, right? For West Branch, the beauty of sports coming back from behind, and for MFL MarMac, that even though you lost this ball game, let it not take away at all the position you put yourselves in here on the road to win this ball game tonight.
Well, and when they look back at this, right now it hurts, and we're watching guys walk off the field and they're dragging, and they're limping, and they're nursing injuries, and they're soaking wet. It hurts right now for all these guys, but they're going to look back at this and go, we played in terrible, wet conditions. We played against a storied team, and we gave them everything we had, and we had them. And they fought back, and they score, and we weren't able to get the score. We came up on the short end of that stick, but we were there. And, looking down the road, that's going to be something that they can build off of. That's something they can use. You talked about it with Coach Anderson. This is fuel. I guarantee this is fuel. They're going to talk about it on the way home, what we're going to do next year to get past this point. And it's going to continue to be a goal for them of we want to get to the Dome, and I have no doubt that they're going to be in this situation next year. And we're going to be, we're going to be right there with them, hoping they can get to the Dome so we can go to the Dome.
And it's funny because you look at, if the alphabet goes your way, this is in Monona. Instead of West Branch. We're still playing in rain tonight because it's still raining back home.
Raining,
I think if we don't have rain and we play it, it's still a 27-24 game. I think we have a great football game. Obviously, the conditions play a factor, but both teams dealt with the conditions.
Yeah, both teams dealt with it, and both of them dealt with some adversity. We talk about Blitz Benteen was out for a while, so we don't know what was going on there. Their running back, who had a great first half, was out second half, but they had a couple kids step up. Both of these teams have some depth, and that came into play tonight. So, everything that you want to see out of a high school football game, we saw it here tonight despite everything else.
All right, so good luck to West Branch heading to the semifinals in Class 1A as they look to get back into the title game. 14 of 15 years they've been in the playoffs. That's where MFL MarMac trying to get to. Great season. Congratulations to MFL MarMac. Your fourth year in a row to the quarterfinals. Closed the season 9-2, but the future's still looking bright. You lose a good group of seniors here that can help. certainly hold their head high.
Yeah. Coach Anderson talked about those seniors. I'm going to miss them big time, but there's some young guys that are hungry and going to fill those slots. So good luck to both of these teams going forward.
All right, so our next broadcast, basketball season. That'll be coming up before the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. We'll bring you the MFL MarMac Central basketball game, but we got to finish up this football season tonight here and wrap things up. We'll see you then, Coach.
You betcha.
And happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Pretty good birthday present to watch an
great
entertaining game
football
tonight.
game. You bet. That was special.
So West Branch 27, MFL MarMac 24. That's your final score. For Coach Aaron Hyman, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks once again to Zach Soto for running our studio show. Quite a setup tonight. We had to run the camera, try to broadcast the game, running computer things. Also thanks to the NFHS Network. You can catch the West Branch and MFL MarMac events, all the events throughout the year there. They do all the things. Thanks for letting them, and we worked out our broadcast to allow you to bring you the video stream tonight here on KCTN FM 100. Bulldogs close the season 9-2, West Branch 11-0. I'm Dan Behrens, and this has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place, Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Canalcor Fuller Covering in Monona, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Quillen's Quality Food serving Northeast Iowa, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, Furniture Showcase and Allwine, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast